All right, welcome to the show, Dana Carvey. Look at this guy.
Daniel Spade.
We're a little tighter on you and your plant today.
I move things around. I like to keep people guessing.
Everyone's guessing. Oh, wait, everyone guessed what's in the...
I know.
Well, we'll get to that.
We'll get to that. Okay, it just sits there.
We have an
There's
announcement.
Something in there. And I think as we go forward, I'll keep this going and something will be in there. And whoever guesses it will at least give you a shout out. And maybe have you...
That's all they get.
Well, no, maybe have you make a video and promote your own podcast because everyone has one, David.
Yeah. Well, we have an announcement today. Speaking with such a good transition, we have this is our last Superfly. Not because it's not really stopping. We're reinventing it. So we are going to go to one podcast twice a week, and they're both called. It's all going to be Fly on the Wall. So we're going to go on video now. That's the big trick. So we're going to be some tweaks to it, little reimagining, pretty much the same, but very exciting. Dana was freaking out all weekend, excited, popping a stitch. I was excited.
I'm afraid of change. I don't like any kind of change. Yeah, so you're telling me, so it's two Fly on the Walls, one of us doing our numbskull stuff, usually without a guest, the other one with a guest and a little more stuff. And one's on Monday and one's on Thursday with the guest.
Yeah. So next week, we will start with a show on Thursday. Monday, we drop a trailer. It will explain everything. So tune into that. Be freaking riveted to that. Play it over and over until you get it. And then Thursday will be a new episode. And then the following Monday, and it'll go like that. So the regular Wednesday, Fridays are different. So please adjust your life accordingly.
Yes. And if you're listening to us right now, it's Friday. And so have a good weekend.
Yeah, exactly. It is. Yeah. So we'll get into some stupid stuff over the weekend. You've got a funny thing. Mine's boring. So maybe we'll start with your funny one.
Well, I just, I haven't really done Trump lately as a rhythmic character. And I saw him, he's out there a lot of times. He's on the grass with these construction workers who are putting up a new flagpole. You're beautiful. You're tremendous. And then there's reporters there. So he's mentioning Jerome Powell for you intellectuals. He's the head of the Federal Reserve, and he can decide what our interest rates are. And Trump wants them low. And Jerome is staying, Mr. Powell is staying where he is. So, and Trump's like, I've tried everything I can to get him to lower it. Everybody's lower. Europe is lower. And I could be nice. I was nice. I can be nasty. I can be a little girl if you want. I can be a tiger, a bear, an introvert, an extrovert. I can be a schoolgirl dancer. I could be whatever you need, whatever you want. I could be nasty, then nice, and then a little more nasty. And I'm not really exaggerating. That's literally what I could be. I could be a circus clown. I could be an acrobat. I could be an astronaut, but I could be nice and nasty. God, now that I have a microphone, I don't have to hold it.
Oh, yeah. Nice, move your hands. Nasty.
I didn't even know. I was still trapped in this guy. Hey.
No, you got your hands. I saw this clip. It's exactly like that because he's trying to say, I offered to have dinner with him, and that was nice. Then he goes, but I can also be tough. But I can be whatever you want. And then he went on. He just went on and on. And it was exactly, I can be a raccoon and I can steal your garbage. Yeah. He does that. He says everything.
We can meet in the Bahamas. We can meet in Alaska. It doesn't matter to me. We can go to McDonald's or we can go to a 5-star restaurant. I can be a beast. I can be a little girl, a shy little girl.
We can sit on a teeter-totter.
What if
that's what you want? You decide.
Starts doing character. I could be a little girl. Maybe Trump gets a new rhythm. I could be nice.
I'll come there in a ballerina outfit, whatever you want. I'll do a little pirouette. We'll do a curtsy.
And
if that's what you want, just say it.
I still can't get used to when reporters ask him a question, and then he admonishes them for. This woman said, "What's going to happen in Iran?" He's like, "I'm going to tell you. Right? I'm going to tell you right now." And he's looking at the construction workers. I'm going to tell you now. I don't think so. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you a thing. And I just wonder what the reporter's doing that entire time.
They go like this.
We got it after 2 seconds. No comment. What they used to say.
You can whisper it to me. I won't tell anyone.
Barack Obama would go, no comment. W goes, no comment. Trump goes, why would I tell you? I'm not going to tell you. I know the answer. It's in here. It's in a very large brain where I keep it.
You're going to use it on your crummy station, which I hate. Yeah.
Fake news. Fake news.
Fake news, bad reporting.
So I'd done Trump in a while, but he was made me laugh.
No, I did see that. I thought he was funny. Yeah. You know what he says when he does a joke now? He goes like this.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I got a new one, dude.
You got a new one?
Woo,
where do you get those? I need a toy.
I just see him and I buy him and I go, this is for Dana. Superfly. We rating Spike. They tape the people listening and then it goes like this. Spike, Spike, Spike.
If this is technically our last Superfly.
It's not really, but go ahead.
Then maybe we will get 10 million downloads.
We've gotten close to that.
I'm just saying.
Not super close, but close. Okay, so I have a trivia for you. You know, as you're always asking me,
I am.
Was I in Hotel Transylvania? That was a animated movie. It's a very cute, funny movie. I played the Invisible Man, but obviously it's about Dracula. Sandler played Dracula. Selena Gomez is
the
Mavis.
Mummy.
Yeah. There's the Mummy. There's all these people.
I was in it.
Oh, you were? What did you do?
I did a voice, but my voice, I didn't think I did a character. I think I was just, hey guys, how you doing? I don't remember the part that I did, but I know I was in the booth doing Trans 2.
Yeah. Interesting title.
What are you, anti-Transylvania?
No, I love it. I think it's so great.
I just shorten it up.
The Mummy. We don't know what the Mummy is. Okay, so so the trivia was we've done 4. Maybe we'll do 5. I hope we do another one. There's some whispers. It would be fun. I think they do a good job with them. So if they do well, why not? That seems like all they do is remakes anyway. Cartoons. So I saw Miley mention this, that Miley Cyrus was the lead girl in it, not Selena. And that was early on. Very early on, our first table read was Miley. And she had just done the thing. What was it? She had a penis-shaped cake at a party for her birthday. And, she was going through that like
Sounds
MTV.
Like Miley.
She what? Oh, she gave it to a guy. Anyway, she was in the same photo with a wiener cake. And then also she was sticking her rump. Can I say that? Out when she was at the MTV Awards with Robin Thicke. It was sort of that era.
Oh, I remember that. It was like one of the first live TV twerkings. Is that what the kids call it?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. But she stuck her bottom out.
Yeah, she did.
She stuck her fanny out, and she wiggled it around. And then Mr. Robin Wright, Mr. Thicke, came in and sort of jiggled around himself. And then they went to the corner.
It was some grinding.
A little Paul McCartney on the podcast for you.
I thought that was Paul McCartney.
It was.
So Miley, with the first read-through was with Miley. And so we had everybody at Sony. Amy Pascal, I think, was the boss. And Miley was stuck on the 405. And I remember there was already a slight grumbling of like, this is a full-on kids movie. We're spending so much money on this.
Oh.
And after the read-through, I heard she was replaced with Selena. That's interesting.
Wait, was that related to the twerking thing?
I think they said this is such a kids movie. We can't have that out there.
The twerking thing got her canceled from the cartoon family movie.
I think Miley, blames on the penis cake. Also, I don't think it helped that she was late for the read-through because it was very frustrating.
No, that's not her fault. I think she's a hell of a talent. I'll put it that way.
Oh, she's great.
She could do whatever she could do whatever she wants. But, what guy, and I'll ask you this, we're always being funny and everything, but would you like someone to give you a penis cake for your birthday?
I like that we joke around, but this is a serious question.
What was that was my feint.
I wouldn't want you to. You'll take one, Heather?
No, I'm listening because your birthday's coming up.
Oh, so this has become now informational for Heather about what to get you for your birthday. So you have 5 seconds before this podcast.
I'm going to pass on the penis cake, but I will take some twerking, and maybe Robin Wright can come by, whoever it was. Robin Thicke.
No, Robin Thicke.
Yeah. Robin Thicke can come by. Robin Wright can come by. Robin Wright, who was Jenny in Forrest Gump. She really screwed over Forrest Gump.
Can we get Miley Cyrus? Now I feel like having her on our podcast, especially to talk about this.
Yes, this is a big story. And also, I just saw her singing Look What You've Done to My Song, Ma. Remember that old song? She sings it with the real girl that sings it, and she's unreal. And she sings Like a Prayer live with a cowboy hat on, and she's so great. So
I like the Wrecking Ball one when she was on a wrecking ball going back and forth. I thought that was pretty cool. She's got a Stevie Nicks.
You saw that somehow?
I did. I saw it on MTV or something. But she has a husky feminine voice like Stevie Nicks, and it's very, alluring. It's very cool.
Very good, yeah.
So anyway,
that's a really, really hot story. No one's talking about it except me.
I want to say 2 things. One is two quick things. One is I feel like just by looking around and feeling the vibe that summer is here officially.
Yes.
It feels like summer has arrived. Spring is gone. And so now we're into the summer of 2025, and I'm just going to declare this, and you can say, or Heather can weigh in, but I'm just calling it.
This is controversial.
A David Spade. It's the David Spade summer.
Oh,
I want
that's nice.
Trend.
Thank you.
It's the David Spade summer. There's no pressure.
I'm sure it will.
On you.
There's no way that can't trend. Yes, the David Spade summer is blowing up. YouTube's like this, racking up numbers. I will say my hair is frizzier. I just put some toothpaste in or something, but it really gets the frizzies. It's doing a real number on my hair because it's hot and humid in LA. I'm going to Arizona where it's hot and humid, shockingly humid now because it's not supposed to be. And then ABQ Albuquerque. So hopefully I'll get through it because it's really, and Heather's going to come on these. And it's tough to do these gigs when you're just bezoiling and I don't want to crank the AC at night. This is a real strong stance I have.
I know. Well, that is the issue with you. You don't like cold air shot into your face.
I don't like blowing air in my face. I don't like it in the car. I don't like the vents in my grill at the restaurants. So that is a problem for me. But other than that, I think we're going to get through. I remember summer in Arizona walking in shorts. I would walk easily a mile when it's 110. I didn't care. And really no sunscreen. Little to no sunscreen. We're hearing some bad reports on sunscreen anyway.
Sunscreen can be a trick. Like, oh, gee, I'm going to keep my skin young and put on all this sun cream. And then you don't realize it sweats off. You go in the pool or the ocean, it's off. And you've had a couple Budweisers and you forget to reapply. And then you're a lobster the next day in pain. I say put a big mofo hat. Take the whole equation out of be in the shade. You want me to write this down or you're hoping you're going to remember it?
No, just CC me on it. But I will say that
I want more talk about your hair.
No, everyone hates it. They say I'm preening and peacocking during the podcast, and I'm not. I got you, Burger.
I'm not. Steve, I'm going to talk to the audience about this second. Yeah, he was preening quite a bit.
Yeah, I know it was. You preen too, don't you? You're not totally excluded.
Well, you can't look for anyone who doesn't do a podcast.
We're staring at ourselves.
Understand? I don't do this. I'm staring at a video of myself. David's right next to me for an hour, and so you're like, "Oh, what's that? What do I look? What? Oh, it's going. My hair."
You're thinking of stories, but in your head you're just going gross, 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 gross. So that's what we see.
After my birthday, I'm in this low expectation business. Then I look at my birth certificate and I go, "Damn, I look great." But if I think I'm 28, I would check myself into a hospital.
Your hair is good and tousled. I will say I didn't have Wi-Fi for a full day last week. I didn't call you. I didn't say anything. I wasn't going to make a big deal about it because there's people in other countries that don't have Wi-Fi for a day sometimes. So I said, well, I guess I'm blessed. But you know what? The Spectrum, they're stealing all the copper wiring out of these places, and it's screwing up Wi-Fi for days, not just for, oh, we had a problem. It's like they're ripping these things apart.
Hey, man.
You know, copper wire is a big, like, sort of
that's a valuable thing. I would just say, love them or hate them. Elon Musk just launched another 30 Starlink satellites.
Yeah, He's got give me some Starlink.
That's what I get. My Wi-Fi is all from Elon Musk. Thank you.
When I'm on flights, I go farm. This. Have you noticed? Maybe I've said this before. I get on a goddamn flight, and I'm sorry about the rocket in the farm, but I'm glad you survived.
When
I get on a flight,
exciting.
It's exciting. I saw that cloud. Is that last night or 2 nights ago?
Yeah. It looks like a jellyfish. It was 2 nights ago, and it was right at dusk, so the light was hitting it.
It was cool.
I'd never seen it before. No, it was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah. It was crazy cool.
Yeah.
So when I get on a flight and they go, oh, you know how you buy Wi-Fi on a plane? I had a cross-country flight. I buy Wi-Fi, not a problem. Take your credit card, bounce it down to earth. Yep, got your money. Now, let me get on a site. No, it's real bad up here. It's real bad. We're in a bad patch. Really? We were in a bad patch for 5 hours. I go, I've gotten on 2 websites. It's taken me, I can't watch anything. I can't watch any video. They go, yeah, it's a little spotty. I go, spotty? No, I can't get it. And they go, yeah. I go, how do they get my money? That Wi-Fi worked just fine. Oh, here's your money. Here's your $20 for Wi-Fi the whole flight. That worked. Bounced down. Now the Wi-Fi is exhausted. That's all I can do today. I'm out. And now
so
I'm like this.
Are you standing in the galley next to the flight attendant with your finger pointed and everyone's looking up going,
yeah. Here's what they do to placate me. They go, oh, sometimes you turn it on, turn it off. And I go, I've heard that bullshit. So I do that. Naturally, it doesn't work at all. And then they go, we told the pilot, we're going to flick the Wi-Fi on and off and restart it and rejigger it. So you should be. And then about an hour later, I go, yeah, it hasn't done jack shit. And they go, yeah, we're landing soon. Can you buckle up?
Well, that's what they say at the very end. I'm so sorry you didn't get Wi-Fi. It never really worked on the flight. And also our landing gear is being a little itchy. So we might circle for a while.
Yeah. And then they go, we're getting Starlink. I go, get it. What's the decision? Get it.
Hey, I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to play games here.
Hey.
I have officially punted on the notion. I know I'm never going to get Wi-Fi again. I think maybe 5-6 years ago you could get Wi-Fi. No, but this is because I don't really like flying. If I have a 5-hour flight, I go, geez, after we get to a comfortable altitude, I'll try to get Wi-Fi, multiple credit cards, back and forth. Yeah. By the time we land, it occupies my brain. I don't assume I'm ever going to get Wi-Fi.
Oh, that's good. Just to try to figure it out.
Just the puzzle of how is it going to fuck with me, and put in the code, and then go again, and you put in all your exact credit card. Nope. Fill in this
field. Let me try
field.
Apple Pay.
It turns red. What's your real birthday?
Email doesn't match.
That is my birthday. Yeah. So
no one's that old. Try again. You're like, oh no, come on. That's rude. Dana, I'm a little bit of a spendy Susie. If you know what I mean.
A boozy Susie and a spendy Susie.
Yeah, I'm more of a boozy Susie, but
yeah, you are a spendy spender. Yeah,
and a lot of our listeners are nice enough to write in and say, you look like you drank a lot and slept on your face. But that's just constructive criticism.
Well, it's very concise, and you don't really drink very much, I'll tell the fans. But
just puffy. This is where Klarna comes in. Klarna is your everyday smarter spending partner, which is what a lot of people need. A lot of my friends definitely need it. It allows you to make smarter decisions with your money. And it's sometimes good to have a partner like that.
And I'll say it again. Klarna, which I assume is Swedish. Klarna is your smarter everyday spending partner.
Shoppers can use Klarna's Pay in 4 product to split their purchase into 4 interest-free payments.
That's right. Here's some key takeaways. Listen up, brother. Klarna offers a pay-in-4 product where you don't have to pay interest. I think that's a good thing.
You can pay with Klarna at merchant checkout in the Klarna app or with the Klarna card.
You can also compare prices at your favorite stores and earn cash back when you shop in the app.
They're making it effortless for in-app shoppers to get more value from every purchase. So choose Klarna at your favorite retailers or shop now at Klarna.com. CA resident loans made or arranged pursuant to a California finance law license. NMLS number 1353190.
Klarna, balance account required. Klarna may get a commission. Limitations, terms, and conditions apply.
They do.
I'm just going to say it. It's a Klarna summer. It's just an old trick. I do want to say one thing. This is, again, very quickly, but I want to nominate Mission Impossible, The Last Reckoning, for Best Picture, Best Director, and especially Tom Cruise for Best Actor.
Dana,
I'm putting it out there. I loved it. I thought it was an amazing film. And I saw it in a packed theater. By the way, people do like this snack. I'm not used to that. I haven't been in theater in a while, but they come in and it's like, I don't know. I mean, 10 gallons of popcorn
is a jumbo.
Milk duds go in, a jumbo milk duds. The smallest Coca-Cola you could get on ice was 32 ounces. And that was the small. I couldn't even lift it. It's like, but anyway,
32 ounces is a lot.
Is perfect.
I have a question about it.
And it's great. Yeah. Ask me anything.
I have a critique, and you tell me now that you've seen it.
Yeah.
This doesn't really give anything away.
Okay. Well,
no, it does. No, it doesn't really. The submarine scene, could it have been chopped in half?
No.
Wow.
No. The movie.
Wow.
It's in the trailer. When he jumps out of a helicopter going 100 miles an hour, 20 feet off the ocean surface, he just jumps in his street clothes into the middle of the ocean.
Where it's minus 300 degrees.
The movie takes off from there. If you want to be nitpicky, you could maybe say, and I'm sure they thought about it, try to get maybe 15 out of the first act into the second act. Maybe. But when a movie's supposed to be like, womp, womp, we get it. Can we get to the end? It took off. And the submarine set piece is brilliant. And it keeps escalating for all you screenwriters out there. Just like, well, we know he's going to get out. And then they convince you he's not going to get out.
Yeah. You have to say literally everything went wrong for him in the submarine. And literally the whole movie, everything goes wrong. Like
everything goes wrong every second. Yep.
And then when he's on the plane, which you've seen on the poster,
he's flying.
It had 2 minutes for a bomb to blow up, and he's up there for 35 on the wing. I'm like, well, it should be roughly the same time as how long we have.
Well, one thing that was great, he wasn't just in a city sprinting to get away from bullets for maybe 100 yards. He would just suddenly need to go somewhere, and there was no car or airplane. And they show him just sprinting, and then another shot of him sprinting like he's running a 4-minute mile. But I still would like to know. But Tom Cruise, if he feels like it, Tom, come on the podcast. We'd love to talk about how brilliant.
I won't say my critiques. I'll just talk about how brilliant.
Well, I don't really have any issues with it. I was just surprised.
I do, but you love it.
Did you see it? I thought you told me you didn't see it.
No, Dana, that's how I knew he was in that submarine. And also when his stuff ripped off and he's swimming, I'm like, how are you swimming? I can't say more. Cannot say anything else.
No. All you do is just take the ride. And what they did at the end,
it is a ride, of course. Go ahead.
They did it in Top Gun, and they did it in Roman Holiday in 1952. The last 10 minutes is music with no dialogue, wrapping up the emotional arc of the movie. If you notice, all the characters are coming together, and that, I'm going, okay, I'm not going to tear up. Okay, it's just a stupid movie. I'm not going to tear up. And then next thing I know, I don't want my wife to know. So I got something in my eye, honey.
Oh, it's so sad. Oh, I popped a speech. Well, also the beginning. Did you know they went back to the beginning and said, we have to do this sort of intro to explain things because people are going, we don't quite get it. And so, which understandably, you do test screenings and you go, what do you get? What do you not get? They went back, explained it. You're off everyone's off.
I told, because there's some people were visiting us, and my wife and I looked it up on Wikipedia because I don't like being confused. So if you don't want to be, people don't listen for 10 seconds, but I told them there's an AI called the Entity. It's going to take over the world, basically. Got to stop it. You have to get these two things, the poison pill and whatever the akapaka, which is in a submarine from the movie before, and they have to connect. That's all you need to know. And then you don't have to get all wound up in who's that guy and what's going on. So I say they said it made the movie better because they weren't trying to, figure out.
Okay. I'll make a big jump here because we're running in time.
We're running out of time. I have nothing
last week
else.
we didn't do stories. We're going to do stories.
Okay.
We're going to do stories from the world. This is this basketball story. Okay. So this scene, I don't watch WNBA that much, but I know Caitlin Clark gets roughed up all the time, and they have to stop this. Mm-hmm. I mean, almost like stop the WNBA and reset and go, what are we doing to our star beyond belief player? Okay, let's watch this. So Caitlin Clark has the ball. She gets pushed. She gets punched. We're going to show it again. Basically, she gets
pushed
blocked
and
in
then
the
knocked
eye.
Over.
She gets something in her eye. Maybe that's not intentional, but then the girl kind of hits her. Then while she's trying to get something out of her eye, the other girl plows her down. It's the ball's dead. And then the girl laughs. That asshole. That's Sheldon.
Here.
Okay,
boom,
push, punch in the face, holds her eye, and then
from this angle, push, and then the
punch in the face, eye. Something's in my eye.
It's over
again. Fully knocked over. That should be a bench clearing brawl. That should be every one of her teammates should be pummeling the other team. I don't care who's who. Just start fighting gloves off.
I mean, Caitlin did defend herself, kind of pushed a little bit. I don't know if it was motivated.
Well, I think Sophie Cunningham came back. Because at the game, she came back and tried to foul this girl, but it wasn't enough. It was nice. It was not enough. You need a full battle royale.
Well,
I mean,
there seems to be a pattern.
They hate her.
That she's the best player in the WNBA, the best they've seen in a while. She's lifted the entire league. We've talked about this before.
Yeah, and they can't stand her.
Human nature is sort of, I guess, envy or whatever comes up. And also, I mean, I don't want to accuse anyone of doing anything, but a lot of times, they want to kill the quarterback, right? Yeah.
Mm.
So, and also, where were her teammates? Why didn't the teammate? Why wasn't
Where
there
are the
a brawl?
teammates? They need to beat the shit. They need to lose a fight. Just fight. Just go in there and fight everyone because you cannot have your star getting hurt. And she just got back from being hurt. So this happens all the time. If you don't watch, she gets it every game. Someone checks her. No one's checking Tiger Woods. He's the best. No one's checking Scotty Scheffler. Like, I don't think there's that much contact in golf, as much as we think.
I don't think.
Not as much, but you don't need to do this to her. And it was infuriating to me. I'm like, God damn. And then they're going to kill the golden goose. You know what I mean?
Well, you do not.
Let's say she gets hurt for the year. Ratings plummeted 55% when she didn't play for a few games.
Contracts 55
are not
across. Renewed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I was her, I'd say, I'll take off.
Yeah. That's nasty. That's nasty.
And they say the ref's job is hard, but that one was easy. You kick the girl out. Okay. According to his official biography, I love this guy's funny. I can't stay mad at him.
He's hysterical.
Kim Jong. His biography, he played golf one time. And this is actually pretty good stats. He shot a 38 under par and had 11 holes in one. That's good, Danny. You don't play a lot of golf. That is good.
Well, this is just a AI fake funny story, right? I mean, obviously.
I think it's from his real biography, but I don't think this happened exactly this way. I think he's bragging, and I think he's bragging even more than I do when I lie about things I do, bragging. So when I golf, I don't actually cheat when I golf, which I should, but I don't because there's no point. This guy, I've gotten one hole in one, and it wasn't 11, and it wasn't all in one game. So listen, he's out there. He's a real rascal. I think he keeps you guessing.
Well, there is that idea that they treat him like he's not quite human. It's like a god, right?
Yeah.
To the North Koreans.
Yeah.
I remember playing with my dad once, and he always say it's a squirrely, sloping 2.5 to 3 foot putt, and he would just pick it up and go, "That's a gimme." I go, "I don't think so." Oh, Jesus Christ! It's a gimme. A gimme means you don't have to. You don't have to.
Yeah,
hit it
you don't
in.
have to putt it. Just give me it's so close. I'm going to make it. What are we doing? Let's just.
Yeah, what are we
it.
doing? Let's just move on.
Ray doesn't do gimmies. He says, just so you know, if we golf. By the way, he's like almost apologizing. I'm a stickler to the rules, which just means I play by the rules. And so if you have a 12-inch putt, you got to putt it. You can't because you can miss a lot of those.
Yes, I was told by a mutual friend of ours that he said that David's really good.
Who told you that? Love it.
Says he has he has good timing. It goes back and goes through.
Yeah.
And you just tell him where to hit it and he just hits it. So, I mean, are you better than you're letting our audience on? Or you
I think the problem is I do play medium, but I love it and it's fun. But the neck I can't do full 18 anymore, so that's trouble.
He's good.
Heather says I'm good.
Huh.
Tiger Woods said he was good.
You know who's good? Oh, Tiger Woods said I was good. Yeah, Tiger Woods.
Oh, yeah,
I should
Tiger
show a clip
Woods.
of that. When I did my first chip, he goes, "Try to get it out toward that. Let's start with a 9-iron. Go hit it to that." And I hit it, and he goes, "Oh wait, are you good?" Isn't that funny? And they have 2 drones, 35 people in a crew watching, and I'm just like this because Tiger's just staring at me.
What a thrill! I knew that you'd golf with him, but just the idea of having Tiger Woods advise you and comment on your golf shot is either terrifying or exhilarating. But if he says,
so fun.
"Wait, are you good?" Yeah,
yeah. And then one time he goes, we were putting, and he was apologizing, saying, "I hurt my leg. I'm not quite back. If we still want to do this lesson or whatever," we were filming. I said, "Of course." Mm-hmm. He goes, "I can't play, but I can coach and goof around." And he was great. So anyway, we're putting, and he goes, "I have this old putter. I've had the same putter for 20 years. I go, "Oh, is it a money thing?" Oh, David, it was just like that all day. We were laughing. We were cracking up.
He knows.
But he was fun. Got in a car wreck the next morning. I was the last person to golf with him, and then he got in a car wreck, and I was like, I saw the car. I go, he's.
That's weird.
He cannot golf again, and then he did. Then he was better than me immediately again. I'm like, dude. Okay.
He's tenacious with trying to get back on the tour. Just he'll do a surgery, another surgery. He'll rehab it. Yeah.
It's like if I couldn't get on that stage, Dana, I'd fight back.
Well, you were too young to remember, but in any era, no one has dominated for a period of time like he did. Even Jack Nicklaus, it took him longer to get his 16 or whatever, 17 majors, but nobody dominated. Tiger won the Masters by 12 strokes. It was like a wipeout. It's crazy.
Yeah. He's got game.
He's got game. He knows how to keep his head down.
Okay, this sounds too high. This might be fake. Put it in the comments. Okay, California gas tax to increase July 1st. Starting July 1st, gas will go up by 66 cents a gallon. That cannot be true. 66 a gallon. Already home to the most expensive gas in the country.
Wow. For people around the country, that means we're a lot of places heading over 6. Certain places I see 5.59 for Supreme.
So we're going to be close to 8.
He says it'll go to 8 if it goes up 66 cents?
It says it'll go close to 8.
Soon go to 8?
Yeah, it could soon be paying close to 8. Soon and close, so it's not. So it's, let's say 7. But you can't do anything. If this is true, you can't. All the things we do, I don't want the $93 billion bullet train to Sacramento. Who gives a fat fuck about Sacramento? Who's going on that train?
I know. I wanted trains. I love trains. Because I don't like to fly. I like Europe has all these trains.
Yeah.
It's too bad we didn't, when we were laying down the I-5, we needed to put a freaking, get Walt Disney, he was alive, say, "Walt, we got a job for you. Have a monorail from SFO right up over the Grapevine into LA.
Sure. Not Sacramento. And why not one from here to Vegas? They're going to make one, but it's from San Bernardino. I'm like, you're already halfway there.
Well, then they'll connect it in. to your house.
I mean,
you'll be able to go,
but this train started at $1 billion when they voted on it. Now it's 93 billion. Okay, I don't like that. I don't want to pay more taxes. God,
well, I'll pay taxes. I want them to spend the money wisely. Does that make me crazy?
Where is it? Where's the money? If they would fix literally Fairfax and La Cienega, they'd make them smoother. I'd be happy. Shoveling money that just disappears. No one knows where it goes. You go, why would I give more? Well, I am. I'll give more this year. Okay, this is a plane crash. I know you don't like this. Oh, this is a way to save people they're working on. This sounds like bullshit too.
If an airplane is about to crash for any reason,
I don't like that.
It's almost impossible for the passengers on board to
This is AI, Dana, don't worry.
Whether it's business class or economy, passengers are not given parachutes.
Economy is AI too. I think it's all first class.
This is the reason over 100,000 people have lost their lives in plane crashes so far. But now, this could soon change.
That's high.
As an engineering team is working on detachable airplane technology. In this design, the airplane will be structured in such a way that in any emergency situation, the passenger section will detach
This is
from the
cool.
rest of the
Later,
plane. After this,
pilots
with
are
the
like,
help of 2 advanced parachutes, the passenger cabin can be
nice
safely
and
landed
easy
on any
landing.
water or land surface.
Nice.
In this way, passengers will be
and
able
you
to
walk
survive
out,
without
and then
any
you
harm.
order Uber Eats.
What do you think about this design? Share your thoughts.
What is
at some point, just take a fucking boat or drive or train. You can get around the earth without it. I mean, Dolly Parton.
Or could everyone wear a parachute? Is that easier? And they say the plane's going down. If you want to run out, we're going to pop the door. You want to run out? Are you scared to run out?
Yeah, and if it has to be fast, so you're just in your seat, you're like, oh, thank you, a Chardonnay, and then ripcord, go right out the door. Then what is the point? Do you have to go see grandma in Hawaii? I mean, just don't travel so much. I'm going to punt on that one.
Dana, I travel too much. It's sickening. Okay, next one. That was good. We learned a lot. Preening, peacocking. Here I go.
Preening. It's the best your hair's ever looked on this podcast.
More b-ball, Dana.
Good.
DeMarcus Cousins is suspended. Oh, look what he does. Look what he does. I won't say it until we see it. He scratches his dick and rubs it in the guy's face. And he got suspended. Hilarious. The guy got up and look at this guy in the baseball hat wants to fight him. This pipsqueak.
Yeah, you can always act tough when you got guys holding you back,
Yeah, I sort of would want the players to beat the guys up because everyone talks so much tough shit. And the players go, if it was any other scenario, you would be looking down and just going, yes, sir, yes, sir.
Yeah, the only luck you can have is that traditionally NBA players are not good fighters. Like in a brawl, you'll see a lot of guys fighting like this. Their arms are out like this. Nobody's in like this.
I'm like this. I'm in tight.
Yeah, you're like that. Just tight. I'm taking it right to the ab.
The
boom,
back foot.
boom, boom, boom. Snap, snap. Feel it?
Boom, boom. And then I'm like, they're like, pull Spade off. He's hitting him too hard.
But what if that was a kind of a mixed martial arts expert that just body slam the NBA guy?
I wish it was the guy that stood up. I do think that's a possibility. Would be great. Also, those guys in those videos where they just touch your shoulder and people go, oh, and they fall down. Like it's kind of those fake instructors that just use like a force field.
Oh, yeah. And Aikido, you just like, the guy flies with you because he believes you're a human god. And you go like that. Little tiny guy weighs 130 pounds.
He's like eating a ham sandwich and people run at him and he just touches them.
And he's going like that.
Like,
and they're just doing like gymnastics and tumbles, like as if.
It's great.
It's fine. It's entertainment.
All right, next one.
Yeah, what else you got?
Okay. Oh, this guy throws food. I think I don't know how old this kid is. He throws food at this old man's wife in a restaurant. Wrong move. Watch this old man goes fucking nuts. Starts beating up this guy. He's like 17, 18. And now this guy comes over. What did he do? He threw food at my wife. This guy hits him. Crazy.
Just a stranger?
Yeah. The kid was starting shit. It's funny because it's probably too much, but when there's so much anarchy out there and no one gets in trouble for anything, if someone's doing that, there needs to be some regulating now and then.
So there was no one controlling the kid, and he throws.
Well, he's got his whole family there. No one says shit to him.
And he just throws food at some woman's face. I mean, I was watching it, but I'm like, what?
That's why the guy went over, they said, because
and then slapped the kid. You could hear it. You got to be a little careful. How big was the kid?
I think the kid was like 17, but it is, they're both going to get in trouble for doing that. But yeah, kid was a little young, but you know, it's just a world of like, where's the parents? Where's anyone? Just can you control anything?
It's anarchy. It's end of days, man.
There is a lot of that. I do feel that.
Did you ever see Clockwork Orange, the movie?
Too scary.
A dystopian world of hooligans and hoodlums robbing and beating people, you know, people stealing copper wires with no consequences.
Thank you. People taking Wi-Fi away from hardworking citizens that want to watch porn. All right, let's see the next one. Brazilian comedian Leo Lynn sentenced to 8 years in prison for in prison? Again. Oh, yes. I like it's under funniest stand-up. This isn't that funny. Brazilian comedian.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 8 years in prison and 30. Yeah. He had to pay 300,000 BRLs.
That's like
for jokes he made.
$6 American. No, this I did read about, that he kind of intentionally went in and tried and just did, I think, a joke on a joke of doing every offensive bit he could do. I think it was one set, 1 hour, but then over time, now he's going to prison for that 1 hour.
Said he's getting, his lawyers said he's getting the same punishment as someone convicted of drug trafficking, corruption, or murder because jokes. Well, yeah, I know in England right now, you can't say anything negative about anything that they think is negative, or they'll come to your house.
Yeah.
They'll
come and arrest you.
And you can't, they're saying if you're from America and you go there, that's what they want next. That when you get there, if you've posted something negative, they can arrest you. That's their ideal. But right now, they're just arresting people in England for their opinions. And that's where it gets scary, because I look over there because I don't want everything coming here, which is sort of on the way. It's like, that's the test market. What's going on in Ireland and England? And if it's troubling to me, or it might be for the better, but you get to watch it and go, it works or doesn't work, whatever they're doing.
Well, I'm old school. I came from a different place and time. So as a kid, the Ku Klux Klan is having a march in some city, and no one bothered them.
Had to sit there and take it. Yeah.
Foul signs and all their nonsense. But that's why I learned that freedom of speech, it's a slippery slope. Like, who decides what you can say and not say? And the tolerance is really where all the magic is. You have to. And you can't yell fire in a crowded theater, putting all that aside. But just the idea of thought police, George Orwell talked about it. You can't say and or think things. And the propensity from wherever you think it's coming from for control and authoritarianism is a very strong impulse just to control the population. So I don't like it, but maybe that's me.
I'm against it. Okay, next one.
I will cut back your speech in a second.
Don't use that. What is this? A lady robot? She's cute. This guy sort of gets a little handsy with her.
With a robot?
Even though it's his robot girlfriend. Rubs her waist, right? She likes it. Oh, whoa. He grabbed like her hip bone. Heather, program this. I don't know what this is.
Is this, again, I have to ask, is this real?
I mean, if it's a robot girlfriend, is this AI? It could be.
Is that a real?
Well, maybe it's just they're showing a robot doing that to show how not to grab a woman or something.
Yeah.
I mean, he shouldn't be rubbing your stomach anyway, unless they're
doing that. Yeah. But you're training creepy men on robots what not to do because they don't really know.
When they marry them. Aren't they married? Isn't he married to that robot? If you're paying $100,000 to marry a robot, you should be able to touch your belt line. Not lower, though.
The robots are here, man. They're coming strong. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Jesus. Will anyone have a job in 5 years? I don't know.
We're going to have universal basic income. There's too many jobs that are going to be lost in the next 5 years. So you will get a nice fat check.
Be... Oh, I will give me something for one. Thank you. Okay, let's do one more. If this is a good one, we'll stop.
Okay, let's see. This can be
no
good
promises. Oh, this is kind of interesting. This is, like Lion Country Safari, people go on safaris.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
At what point would you freak out? Okay, so they're in a Jeep, if you can't tell, and a lion, and they say, don't move, and a lion walks up. You've seen these type. Beautiful lion. These are people filming inside. I'd be screaming and peeing. Okay, all of you relax. Nope, he's coming on board. Gorgeous. Look at. And they're just casually like, we can get out. Look at one at a time they leave. But so cute, though. And this guy's kind of trapped. They keep telling him to stand up and leave. And he's kind of getting... This lion would be so fun to pet if it wouldn't kill you, but it's wild. Yeah. But it's sort of the... You don't bother me, I don't bother you. But I would be so scared. That guy comes and moves him.
Yeah.
Oh, that woman was trapped. Okay, so they're in a Jeep. The lion's in the back seat with the guy. And the guy finally gets out, I think. But isn't that interesting? Like, I don't know how fast my heart... I don't know what I would do.
Sometimes,
that big.
Have you ever had a cat in your life, a cat, house pet?
Yeah, sure.
And I often think like, okay, here's Ginger the cat, really cool calico cat we had. Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay, what if Ginger, instead of weighing 12 pounds, weighed 400 pounds? But I had all the same stuff. And sometimes we're kind of like, hey, don't pet me there. And her teeth would come out. So yeah, 400 pounds, 500 pounds.
So when cats slap like that when they get mad, that would hurt more.
Yeah. Well, they can kill you in about a tenth of a second. But who would win, that cat or a gorilla?
Oh, I was going to say that cat or me, I would win because I would strike first. I'd strike first, and then I'd say, "Do you want more?" I wouldn't keep hitting. I'd say, do you get it now? Who's the boss?
Yeah.
And then, but a gorilla, I don't know. I saw one of these look at a crocodile in a tree. He was in the tree. Crocodile's in the water. Typical hack. Mm-hmm. And then he was floating, and the alligator's eyes are like here. So he's like, I don't think anyone's in that tree. And then this thing just jumps like that, jumps in, lands on him. And right at the last second, because it's got eyes up here, turned a little bit. So I go, the lion might have missed where he wanted to grab because they both went under. And then you see the crocodile doing those turns. They do that death roll. Mm-hmm. And then the lion popped up and he swam and he got out and looked in. I'm like, what happened? Tell us. Never said anything. No part two. No part two. Stay tuned for part two. Have you ever gone to a part two, Heather, and then you scrolling down and it's like 2 miles down? I'm like, why are you giving me something from 4 years ago? Oh, TikTok. Oh. Anyway. Okay, Dana, that was a good one to end with, I feel. What are your wrap-ups now?
Trump can be nasty and nice.
Yes, we did. That's true. What do we learn?
Tom Cruise for Best Actor.
Okay.
You can't get Wi-Fi. Just let it go. But if you want to occupy your mind on a long flight, just try to get Wi-Fi.
Copper wiring is valuable. I don't know how much, but people want it.
We got to protect Caitlin Clark from severe rough housing.
Yeah. The constant beatings, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let me think what else I could think of. And what? Oh, David's good at golfing.
All right. Why don't I reveal what was in the bag in case people
Oh, my God, Dana. This is before we go to our whole new format and everything. Okay. This is too exciting.
I'm going to wheel back.
People have guessed a dandelion.
These out. I'm going back.
Okay, I'm just going to say while he's going back there. People have guessed dandelion. They've guessed a lock of hair. They've guessed the Garth wig.
All right, let me put these on. Mm-hmm.
Dana, they guessed. Oh, you can't hear me yet. Shoot.
Come on.
Yeah. Untangle them for 30 minutes.
I want to make a guess.
Okay, Heather's going to guess. Well, he can't hear you. Yeah, hold on.
Hard to put on headphones when you're under pressure. Okay.
Oh, Heather's going to guess. She's guessing a little doohickey like this to make noise.
Okay.
Someone online said the Garth wig. A bunch said dandelion, an old dandelion. And someone else said your old Vicodins from your operation. So let's see what it is. Everyone's freaking out. We're like Mr. Beast now with these freaking views we're getting. Okay, ready? This better be good, dude.
It's a rovastatin. It's a cholesterol pill. I said no one would get it. It's 40 milligrams rovastatin.
Oh, let's see if anybody. I'm going to go check YouTube, see if anybody gets that.
Look, there'll be one on Fly on the Wall. So we'll have this.
That was
here,
pretty good. You were right. No one guessed it. So that's
no one could
the
ever
Fly
guess.
on the Wall.
Really, yeah. You know what
What's
I'm going
a
to start
statin?
to do?
Everyone asked at once.
What's a statin? It lowers your cholesterol.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Lipitor, Crestor. This is a generic.
You don't want it too low.
I'm going to put something in here that people would want. That's it.
Okay.
Like a Garth wig or something that people would want. And that's what I'll do.
When we do our next season starting, trailer drops Monday, starts Thursday. So
it's called Fly on the Wall, generally without guests. And then there's a Fly on the Wall that will have a guest.
No one knows what's going on.
No one knows what's going on.
They'll just figure it out. Just watch them all.
What chance have they got?
Yeah. Well, thank you, Dana, for your time. I know you're gardening this week and you're digging out there with the petunias.
I'm going to, do what I do best. Just hang out. No, I got a lot of
hang out and listen to my voice text. Hey, Dana, checking in.
Yeah.
Okay. Go have fun and thanks, everybody. We'll see you next Thursday.
Yes.
This Thursday.
For the season premiere.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
David, our guest today. You're going to have a good time, people. Brett Goldstein, most famously known as Roy Kent, the gruff alpha male on Ted Lasso, which you got 2 Emmy Awards for.
Yes, it was good to talk to another gruff alpha male for me. It was nice. This dude has done everything. From England, he has done Doctor Who. He has done Derek. I think Derek is the one with Ricky Gervais.
Yes.
Yeah. And then as of late, he's filming right now a rom-com with J-Lo, which he wrote with a friend of his. And he's doing Shrinking with Harrison Ford, Jason Segel, you know. So just nonstop. He has a deal with we can go on and on.
Warner Bros. Has a stand-up special. He writes and produces all these shows, and then he's in them and stuff. He'll tell us an interesting story about how he got cast.
Yes, we made him do that story, and he was gracious. He's actually talking to us on his break from the movie on a weekend, which was very generous of him. And I had a good some good laughs with him. Obviously, he's a comedian, so we cracked up, but we dissected the comedy special like we always do, and which is coming out soon. What is it called, Dana?
His comedy special? Oh, that's called The Second Best Night of Your Life.
That's right. It's a cool name.
HBO
coming out.
He's a very curious person as a writer, so he asked us a lot of questions. So we did.
So bear with that.
He was kind of curious about our situation. He has a podcast called Films to Be Buried With as well. that's out there. So yeah, he's super busy, highly successful, and completely humble.
Yeah.
So
a lot of fun and very humble, and asked us questions. So don't get mad about that, because I know but it's fun if they're interested. And we had a great 3-way chat. It was like being at dinner. And here he is.
Guys, how are you?
How are you, Brett?
Hey, somebody looks like their picture.
Nice to see you again. Of course, you remember when you met me.
Yes.
You do?
I remember both. Well, I haven't had a long chat with either of you, and I'm a big fan, but I've introduced David on stage.
Oh, yeah. The improv.
Interesting.
I remember that. I told Dana that.
We just ran into each other at one of those loud parties. It wasn't a time to, hey, I really like Ted Lasso. Really? Yeah, I know Jason Sudeikis. Really? Okay, yeah. That. I hate those parties, man. That fucking music drives me nuts.
Whoa.
Hey.
I'm coming in hot.
Yeah. What party was it?
It was one of the SNL parties.
Yes, that's right. That's where it was. And I wanted to say I love Head Wound Harry, but it was too loud.
I'm exhausted right now because I've looked at all what you're doing out there right now. It's like,
I'm exhausted because I just read your credits.
What's going on, man?
Yes. Busy boy.
He's like, yes, and that's why I have to jump off right now. Thanks.
Can I ask you a question? Like, what, I mean, these are sort of cliche in a sense, but I guess like in 2017, 2018, you were kind of regular famous. You've done some things, and then Ted Lasso, and you became extra famous.
Yeah.
What year, how long have you been extra famous? This has been like 3 years since people are like, hey, are you?
And do you remember the day?
It was a weird thing where we did lockdown, and when we came out of lockdown, we suddenly were pointed at in the street.
Oh, so it was playing the whole time?
Just pointed at you. Hey!
We were like,
that's him.
What's on our face? Something happened.
If they said to you, this is a deal I would take. Yeah. We're going to lock you down for 2 years, but you'll be super famous after. I would say, okay.
You take that.
That's kind of what happened.
Kind of a dystopian nightmare, and you just were emancipated from it into love and human beings being so excited to see you.
Oh, that's a very nice way of thinking about it. How have you two coped with being famous for as long as you have been famous, which is a long, long time now?
David, you go first.
Well,
we like it when guests ask questions. By the way. Thank you.
I'm glad we got through the Brett part of this interview.
Yeah, we're done with the Brett, but we get
you can get a cup of tea, sit back, and 20 minutes from now,
tell me everything.
No,
How old were you? How old were you two? Because you were both. How old were you two when you were?
My. I got an SNL and I had kind of regular fame. It was in the 80s. But then I had Wayne's World, got an Emmy for doing political impressions. Anyway, I'm just saying everything whooshed up, and I was on the cover of Rolling Stone. So for that year, it was peak fame, and I found it exhausting, just basically exhausting, because I'm kind of a people pleaser, and so anyone who wanted to give me the time of the, sure. So I think I'm David, right? It's David. Mm-hmm. I think David would have a different journey.
Mine was very gradual, Brett, because stand-up, middle act, wasn't even a headliner when I got on SNL. Did an HBO like young comedian special, so I got a drop of attention. But got on SNL, but didn't do that much for a while. Dana kind of came out of the gate big, and I took a while. And then leaving that, and then a movie, and then another movie. I think it was after SNL, after some movies, and then a sitcom called Just Shoot Me, and then I got the cover Rolling Stone. And the cover Rolling Stone is a very hard one over here. Especially if you're a comedian. So I feel like that was when people say, when were you the most famous? It's such a weird question. And it's always right now, because it's accumulation of everything kind of, or people finally caught up to stuff. But that was probably the year, because you don't get that a lot. if ever again. So I really felt like that was a fun one. And Dana got one, maybe got two, I don't know. But
is this why you two are best friends? Because you've both been on the cover of Rolling Stone. Is that
it's part of the club? And if you get on there, we're going to be hanging out a lot. The gang. Okay. Well, I'm just curious. How's the recognition factor in different countries, like Great Britain, compared to Ireland, or because Lasso is
Zimbabwe.
or Ted. I like to shorten the show. Ted is global, so that's a different thing. So, where are you the most?
I mean, there was like the first year we were only recognized in America, but then I think the second year it sort of went. I haven't. Yeah, it's sort of everywhere because I think because it's on Apple.
Yeah,
so it's like. I mean, I haven't checked.
Did England take any? Was there any different feeling than America? America was just sheer joy and bliss. Was England because you were there and your English? Is there any different?
I thought English people wouldn't take to Ted Lasso because it's sincere. So I thought English people.
Is that not what plays over there?
No, I thought they were going to be like, "You fucking prick, you sincere prick."
Oh, you're so fucking earnest.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't like that show. You're so fucking earnest.
Is it a lot of comedy is more insincere?
Well, yeah, or negative, like as in
taking the piss out of people. Snarky.
I'll tell you what was a really interesting thing that happened that I learned is I did this show that no one ever saw. It was like an improvised sitcom with David Hasselhoff, where David Hasselhoff came to England and we were like his fake entourage. And it was
off the record.
Yeah.
Off the record, yeah. And it was really funny. No one ever saw it. It was proper funny. But what was interesting about it is he, as the American, we were like improvising these scenes and he came to us one day and he said, "Guys," he said, "they're making you look like idiots." And we were like, "Yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay." Because
was he worried about you guys looking stupid in a mockumentary?
And it's okay because
we're English.
That's the joke.
It's meant to be funny. Like as in he wanted us all to be heroes. And I was like, that's such an interesting
all right. It's funnier that you guys are all
you guys gave us Monty Python, so it's kind of like doesn't get any better than that. But I do think first it's philosophical alert. No, Ted Lasso, even for America, the earnestness of it, the sincerity of it took us off guard,
Right.
Like because people told me to watch it. I go, what? Lasso? I don't know. I was kind of like,
Cowboy?
What's it on? Peach Channel 4? No.
Mm-hmm.
So then I watched it and I started seeing it, and it was the chemistry and it, I'm not going to say lightning in a bottle. I'm not going to say that because I don't want to speak in cliches.
It might be.
A great show is when every single person in the cast is the only person you can imagine playing that part. And Ted Lasso had that across the board, in my opinion.
That's very nice. I feel the same way about Just Shoot Me. Can I ask you?
Is that a callback?
Did it make it over there?
Oh, you saw the show?
Yeah. It was on late night in England.
It was on BBC 1285.
Yeah, it was on BBC 1285.
Still getting the checks, eh?
Shit, good. I'm glad you saw Just Shoot Me. It gives me some legitimacy on this call. Thank God.
Yeah. Tell me this. I want to know about you two. Have you done stand-up or shows in England?
No.
I've been invited, but never lined up. But I, how does?
I don't know if it would work.
Why are you scared?
We are scared. I'm scared for sure.
Why won't you come? They'd love you.
I just don't know if my shit would
favorite
work.
City. I've been there several times. I love everything about it. The West End,
Eiffel Square.
Yeah.
Eiffel Square.
All the biggies, the pyramids.
Leicester Square. All the square.
This is, okay, I have to ask, these are just arithmetic questions. But so you got this special. that's coming out in a couple of weeks. Second best night of your life. I like the title. That's a good title.
Always hard to get a title.
Yeah. Spade's got one coming out called Dandelion.
Always hard.
Good title. I saw the trailer and the title was explained in the trailer and I was like, respect.
Yeah, because I'm a puss. No one would guess that.
Where did you shoot the special? In England?
Oh, in New Jersey. New Jersey.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Shot it at Inglewood.
Bergen Theater, did you?
At the PAC.
Okay.
In Bergen.
And how many people?
It was 2,000 or
2 shows one night?
2 shows one night.
Love it.
Mm.
So pre-pandemic, you're playing clubs, is that right?
Yeah, clubs and like 50 seaters.
My favorite size. You can't make money, but I like a 50 seater.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But so then now your life has just went this last 5 years.
It really did. But I think I was sort of, this is why I'm asking what age you were, because I was 38 when I did Lasso, I think.
Okay.
Okay.
I'd been doing all of this at a low level for a long, long time. So I think I just didn't expect any of it. But then when it happened, it was like, well, I'll be dead soon. So make the most of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think it must be nice to go.
Special. I'll be dead soon.
If you're 38 and you're doing pretty well, you probably go, it probably would have happened by now. And
exactly.
The odds get higher that, I mean, you can be famous, but then to have a game changer is very rare.
Exactly. Yeah. I'd long given up on sort of a big thing happening.
Yeah.
I thought when I got SNL at 31, I'd been in the clubs for 10 years and I'd auditioned for SNL several times in clubs and just thought it was sort of over.
Really?
A lot of things had to come together. They were recasting and long story short, I got it at 31. And then the show was really on a low point, but by it happened to be the shit. We had to rescue it.
Let's just take this guy. We can't lose.
It wasn't easy. I thought I was going to turn the lights out because every pilot I'd ever done, every show I'd ever done, it failed.
Sucked.
So I didn't want to turn. Oh, you can turn it out now. Okay, that's 8H.
Dana, turn the light out on the way out.
Entire franchise. What else have you got? So I was around that age, 36, when I started to make extra money and be extra famous. And I found it's a Faustian deal in some ways over time. Do you have a financial planner, kid?
He's got a printing press.
I would say to you this, and I don't think I've ever expressed this. I'll just do it very quickly, is that at some point, you want a wall of money that's giving you income, not risky investments, not real estate, but liquidity, bonds, or something that is giving you a wall of income. So in 10 years from now, you never go on bended knee. You never have to do anything you don't want to do. Your career so far seems like you're in command and control because you're the executive producer, you're the writer, so you wouldn't have those issues. But whatever money you think you want, you just want to be completely done by 50. So you have 9 years, 8 years.
Okay, I'm going to play back this podcast and I'm going to have to write out what you just said because you lost me at bonds.
Well, it doesn't matter about bonds. Mailbox money, just money that comes in when you're not working, so that you can pick and choose your projects. That's all. But I think you already. Most stand-ups just do stand-up and try to get hired. You got a big deal with Warner Bros. I mean, you're already in charge. I think you're doing perfect. I take back what I said. You don't need my advice.
I'm listening to all of it. I have a question for you both about SNL that I'm curious about. Because I've spoken to Bill Hader and I've spoken to Jason and I've spoken to a couple of other people. And everyone tells me, when I spoke to Bill Hader, I said to him how he was making Barry at the time. And he was like writing, executing, directing, producing, all of it. And I said, how do you cope with the pressure of that? That's such a huge, huge undertaking. And he said, anything's easier after SNL.
Oh, wow.
and I wonder if you two feel this way. Like the machine of SNL seems to me so fucking insanely stressful, and sort of the ego of it week by week, that you could be in a sketch, then you're not in a sketch, and you're the king for a night, then it's gone, and then week on week. How did you feel about that?
You know, Bill, who's one of the greats of SNL, we all love. I think maybe what he's saying is that at that point you're on the upswing and you're trying to get to a level where you're not going to give up on showbiz. You know, everything's going on. Like, you've all been in that position. We've all been where, am I going to do this forever? Because I just barely making it. And that's the stress of SNL. You're going to get fired every year. No one's treated preferentially, really. And you keep writing and keep proving yourself. With Barry, maybe, which sounds such a hard undertaking, is he's already got to this point and he's been given something, and now it's just not fun, but fun and hard. But maybe there's something. I can't imagine something that hard. SNL was horrible, but it's in the past. But the new thing would seem harder. Like, okay, it's right in front of me. I got to make this work, which luckily he did. Dana, what do you think?
Well, I would say all that is true. It's an emotionally violent sport, SNL. But over time, if you write your own sketches and get some friends together, it might help out, but it's coming from you. And then there's no time for someone to overthink it. Was great for my ADD brain. There was no real direction. You direct yourself. The director's just trying to get the shots by the seat of their pants. Nothing. And so you're a master of your fate in some ways. There's whimsy to that, but then you have control. And so when I walked off, I didn't have the confidence. I was being offered multi-millions to do a couple of films that were complete mistakes, you know, because then going from complete control to no control, 100 takes, they edit the way they want. I did this thing in a scene, which I thought, okay, I nailed this. I looked at the monitor, saw it in the film. It's been cut to pieces. What I love about your resume so far is that you're Bill Hader. Bill Hader bet on himself. He could have made a Stefan movie, let's just say 15 million.
Sure.
He could have stayed at SNL or done another variety show. He bet on himself. He just said no. And now he's like, he's a Coen brother, or he's Kubrick.
He can do what he wants.
The second, or he's a Paul Thomas. So what you're doing is already fantastic. You're making shows. You're in control. And the only time I've been really unhappy in show business, like truly unhappy, is being on a set or in a project where you look over at the brain trust around the camera and you're like, oh, we're fucked.
Yeah.
You know, this is not going to work
right away. It's not working.
So just do what you've been doing. You're in charge of your, you know.
So far, this podcast is really lovely. So thank you very much.
Right. We're going to transcribe
don't let them dangle a shiny arm. You make it so popular that you're tempted to do some movie you don't want to do because all of a sudden it's whatever cartoon money would be, you know, and it wouldn't, the money is only about freedom. The only reason to have money, from my mind, is to have freedom to work or not work, freedom to how to work. By the way, I'll just ask you, do you have shiny things that speak to you, like watches, cars? Do you live, which is totally fine.
That's the beauty of it is I always made enough. Before this all happened, I always made just enough. I made enough to pay my rent. I made enough to go to the cinema, which I like doing it. And I made enough for black t-shirts, which is all I wear. That was it. And so when all this happened, look at us. Oh, God, all I need is the cover of Rolling Stone and we can be a gang.
How do you?
I can't afford that shit.
Why, this one might be.
I have a stupid regular shirt on. I have a good question for him, Dana. Watch this.
That's good. Fastball coming in.
Okay, Brent, if that's your real name, Brett. So, Brett, if England is doing an SNL.
Yeah, they are, right?
England is doing SNL, Dana. Did you know this?
Yeah.
Yes, I did read about that. That's a big story.
We haven't talked about enough.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't think you would want to be on it as a cast member, but what are your thoughts about that? That sounds right. Because I was thinking, what's the equivalent of SNL over there? And then I just thought, oh, wait, I think they're doing one.
They're doing one. Yeah.
They just announced it. Yeah. I think there are so many fucking great sketch comedians and comedians in England that it could be amazing. I think for years, everyone has tried to do an SNL and failed at it. So I think making an actual SNL might be the answer.
Instead of a knockoff.
Yeah, instead of going like Sunday morning recorded. Like they're always trying.
Right.
and I've noticed, I think what they've always made the mistake of is they go to like the Edinburgh Festival and they find a sketch group and another sketch group who aren't friends, don't know each other, and they go, they sort of mix and match random people. Whereas I think if they go to the groups that have chemistry and have built something and put them in stuff and give them some autonomy, I think it could be amazing. It could be. But
I think that's a good observation. I think on SNL, John Lovitz, when I was there, knew Phil Hartman, and Jan Hooks knew these writers, and there was a chemistry that started right away.
And you need it right away, because that first viewing, people will be like, "Is this any good?" That's the pressure of like they don't go. You know what? We'll get it gelled around show 15, and they're like, "We're gone." So that's the scary part. The pressure. Get it right away, and if you have people that work together, that would help. Like they come in with something.
You've got to have such a weird thing. It's such a ephemeral thing, but I like SNL because it's like the Muppet Show, right? It is a gang show, and it is the chemistry of
Dana was Fozzie Bear for sure.
It's a sporting event, but the thing about it being live is that it's obliterated all the competition. We used to have so many, mostly taped, but variety shows were huge. I assume in England as well in the 60s and 70s. Right. Early. Now they've all disappeared. I tried one in prime time. Martin Short did. All disappeared. There is no live 90-minute comedy show with a really cool band and maybe a movie star or football player host. So, stay to that. Have an athlete host. You just do all that. But you guys, between Ricky Gervais, I'll just leap around here. Peter Sellers, of course, and I already mentioned Monty Python. It's one of your biggest exports. Is comedy.
Yeah. I think I'd be really interested if they fuck it up. I don't know the backness of it. As in, if Lorne's involved, I don't know. Like if it's like,
would they ship a Tina Fey over to help get it going? Would they do? I don't know what extent they would be involved. Because it's a very complicated show to do, and there's got to be some shortcuts of people that have done it forever that can help alleviate the full-on stress it would be.
Would you go?
Yeah, let's go.
I would go.
No, I don't think I'm good enough. Dana might be good. Dana should be the first host to sort of tie it all together.
I would go. I would just stay with, there's two lanes of that show. One lane is that you're seeing some unknown people, comedians, come on the show. And so you're watching them evolve and you're kind of rooting for them and seeing them find the audience get more confident. And that is a reality show. So when the show bombs, so to speak, it should be just as interesting as when it kills because it's live. Oh, this sketch is bombing. And
it's kind of fun for the audience.
Jake is the guest host and he's horrible right now.
Oh yeah, he could be the first guest host too. Sorry, Dana, you're pushed out.
We've already had
your second week.
And then an athlete or someone who's never done comedy in their life is forced to do sketch comedy. So if they do it great, that's another secret sauce.
You have a lot of those over there. You could do that.
Those are two.
And
then constantly have Paul McCartney sing "Let It Be"
every week.
And J-Lo.
Yeah, every week.
Oh, to promote the movie. We got to hurry up and get this SNL going, though.
Tell me, what's your secret when you're bombing? If the sketch isn't working, what do you do? Do you feel
Dana's bombing if he's on stage?
Well, Will Ferrell famously, no, I could easily, that show can go south in a second, because it's so under rehearsed and live, the audience can be weird.
Yeah.
Will Ferrell is famously the most, if a sketch starts to bomb, his commitment goes up exponentially.
Goes harder, yeah.
And you just sort of, it's all madness, but it's very much under rehearsed and there's rewrites right before you go on. And it's, you're going to get it right off the cue card, but that's what gives it this chemistry, this excitement, so. And live from London just sounds funny to me. It's a little bit like The Clash, London Calling. Maybe that should be the theme, but live from London, it's like, is there any other town it could be from out there?
Yeah.
Live from Liverpool.
Live from Birmingham. That has to be London.
Has to be London. London calling. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, you're frozen, but with a thumbs up, like you're really pleased about it.
Films to be buried with. Mm-hmm. Been doing that for years.
Yes.
And it's really the premise of, and I did think about it, movies that affected you.
It's like the film that made you cry the most, the film that scared you the most, the sexiest.
Exorcist scared me the most.
Yeah.
2001: A Space Odyssey at 13 in a Cinerama Dome in Seattle blew my mind. Basically, didn't have any precursor. Like, what is this about? And everything about that movie. I actually, a few years ago, they did the 50th whatever anniversary, and I saw it 6 times over 2 months at the ArcLight Theater in LA. It's just kind of a spiritual experience.
Yeah.
It's a meditative experience. And I don't know why Kubrick, how he kind of does that. What is the secret of the off-kilter acting? Kind of, how, and the casualness, they're getting the sandwich and the spaceship, and all they know is this thing's been around. There's some magic to that film for sure. I think It's a Wonderful Life. I don't know why, but even if I bring this up in casual conversation, I get choked up.
He's back.
He's back. We're talking about It's a Wonderful Life. Talking about movies. Yeah. It's where that his life, the angel, he sees what it'd be like if he wasn't born. And then he's euphoric, and the townspeople show up, and someone says to his character, "We heard George Bailey was in trouble." That always stuck with me. We heard, and I've always teared up about that when I bring it up.
You don't have to tear up now.
I could, a little bit.
You are.
There's something about that, So what about you? What movie?
Yeah, start crying.
What scared you the most besides Tommy Boy?
You see the? Did you see The Exorcist?
I did see. You know what? I saw The Exorcist when I was young, and I thought it was stupid. And then I watched it.
You got scared later?
Yeah, I got scared like a year ago when I watched it. I was like, "Oh my god, that is so scary!" I didn't think it was scary when I was little.
I would never watch that.
How old were you when they saw it?
I was like 6, and I was like, "This stupid little girl with her spinning head."
That's bullshit.
That's interesting. First grader.
Dana, ask him about.
I will,
because I'm too embarrassed. Ask him when he did that audition, which he's probably talked about for Ted Lasso. Did you film it alone in your room? I have to hear every goddamn detail. That's so funny.
Well, just set the table for you're a writer on Ted Lasso. There's a part, and you're thinking maybe
I'm writer on Ted Lasso.
I love it.
I know you've probably told
it's the best thing you've ever done.
Embellish it this time. Let's get some details.
Right.
Give us extra.
I will give you. I'll give you one extra detail I don't usually give.
All right.
We're writing it. I get the thought that I think I could do Roy Kent, but I know not a single person in the room is thinking that. Everyone, and I know that if I say it out loud, everyone will be like,
"Embarrassing." I love it.
It's embarrassing.
You know who'd be good for this?
Yeah,
that's how you start.
If we can't find anyone, I don't think we.
You
can
know who's
find
actually super talented?
You know, what if he had really big eyebrows? Just a thought, putting it out there. Anyway, I wait till we finish writing, and then I make a self-tape. But what I did with the self-tape, I went to Mosaic, which is my manager's office, and they do.
Oh, in LA?
Yeah, it was in LA, because that's where we wrote.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know if you've done this, but they have whoever the assistants are at the time, they can read in with you, and they can.
Oh, right.
So I did my scenes with this Norwegian guy who was like an intern. So the scenes I'm acting with Keely in the original self-tape, it's me going like, "Keely," and Keely's like, "Hello." And it's
it's a dude.
And not even an actor.
Yeah. A sort of deadpan Norwegian man was playing Keely. and I recorded 5 scenes, and I flew back to England. I finished my contract, and I flew back to England. And when I got on the plane, I sent Bill Lawrence the tape, and I said, "Thanks for everything." I said, "Look, I've been thinking I could play Roy Kent, but I appreciate that no one's thinking this. This is really embarrassing. If this is shit, I will never ask you about it. We can pretend this never happened. but if this is good, here's the tape. And then when I landed, it was like an overnight flight. When I landed, I got an email saying, "This is fucking awesome. I'm going to send it."
Oh, really?
Wow. Well, I want to have
Bill Lawrence
a question
is very cool
about this, because the character that you play, and like we're getting to know you now, so you really did, like, the body language is so funny and interesting of Roy Kent. You know, and also obviously you went lower, a little more gravelly, and he's sort of an alpha type character. You know, so did you have that in the audition tape, or did that evolve as you kind of got on the set?
I think I had the posture in the tape, because I knew it was all based on a load of things, but I knew he was like a guy who had been told since little, shoulders back, head forward. Like he'd been told that, and that he was leading, like he's ready to headbutt someone at all times, so he's leading. But the voice was like halfway there in the self-tape, I think.
And they wanted you to play it up?
No, it just felt right once I was there once you're sort of faced with, it's funny because you know, I'd done this tape with a Norwegian guy in a room, but then suddenly there's 20 men and you have to be
super,
tougher,
dominant. Yeah. So what was the line? I mean, what did he say? Something had to happen. I think it was in the audition tape and in the show. Something, or I'm going to start punching something.
Silence, or I'm going to start punching dicks.
And how would Roy Kent? You don't have to do the character. You want me to do it?
I would like your impression of it, because you're very good.
I don't know. I don't know. Now you got me.
I use that line when I'm waiting too long at Cheesecake.
We're going to be silent in here. I'm going to start punching dicks.
I'll punch your dick. Line him up.
You're fucking dick. So you get to swear.
Balls are next.
I remember Sandler did a movie. Sorry. With Paul Thomas Anderson. I go, God, you're so good in that. And he goes, Carvey, I got to swear. You know,
and
fun. Like, so you're yourself. You're on the phone. What the fuck? And so your character, how many swear words per episode?
Are you allotted?
Someone did count it.
I think it's in the hundreds. It's in the hundreds per season.
You got a real Honora on your hands. What about? Do you swear in your stand-up? I don't even remember.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Oh boy. Ooh.
I found that interesting when I started doing gigs in America, like smaller gigs when I was first coming out here, and they'd be like, "Do you have a clean set?" And I was like, "What's a clean set?" Like, they don't.
That's
we
so
don't have
true.
that division in England. It's just standard. It's like
everyone's dirty.
Yeah, but it's also like, what do you mean a clean set? Isn't this an adult evening out?
Right, but some clubs want it clean. That's funny. Or some headliners, when I used to open or middle, they'd say keep it clean, and I'm like, huh? So I always sort of looked at a clean tip, because you're also eyeballing doing Letterman or doing a late night show,
yeah, of course.
And you had to be clean. So your manager would say, you're wasting it because you can't do that bit. And I'm like,
right. With the level of what you can do on a late night talk show is kind of, but so what's as far as your special coming out, what's the bit that is the bluest? We call it blue.
I've got a 5-minute bit about the C word and how America is scared of it.
Oh, Brett. My mom just called. She goes, "Oh, you don't need that."
We know, we know that about.
My mom doesn't like my own act. I like Dana. He's clever
nice
and he's fun,
clean and cheerful.
Oh, you know, come on.
Are you clean? You're clean. Your stand-up clean, Dana. Nice clean boy.
For the most part, there's certain jokes that's kind of, you know, where the punchline is "fuck you" or uses "fuck,"
right? And
then I go, okay. And Jerry Seinfeld doesn't like that. Try to rewrite it where you don't need the word. You know,
what do you need it for?
You're not
Was
listening.
that Seinfeld?
It was Seinfeld with a little garble in the back.
With fucking Eeyore. We also both do corporate gigs, me and Dana, and when they say do an hour, do 45 minutes and keep it clean, that's another way we work. And if, like, I watch Dana on these, we do them together sometimes, he's not 100% clean, but you don't even notice it. The whole tone, the whole vibe is like fun. And it's really because they said, one guy told me, he goes, we just say that because Martin Lawrence did 20 minutes on eating pussy. And I'm like, oh, okay, well,
we get where the line is.
That's
now.
where the line, okay, I get. So somewhere under, I got it. But that's what they're fearful of. Something happened once where people complain and you go, I got it. You won't even notice I'm dirty. It's like so goofy.
My goal is to get them to laugh at minutia that's been wound down into madness and get them to go with that for an extended period of time. And that's its own sort of pornographic, I mean, you must have bits in your act that maybe you get more laughs than you think they deserve or less laughs, or ones that you think are the most challenging for the audience in the sense of how abstract they are, or, everything is all the above.
That's very interesting. I guess, yes, there would be stuff I wouldn't do if it were a corporate gig for sure. But I still am like, I think I just fundamentally object to the idea of here is 200 adults in a room, and because it's corporate, they don't want anything rude. Like
can they handle it? It's like, yes, you can handle
their
it.
Children. I'm like, but they're still people. I think they'll probably really enjoy it. I do get, I want to do 10 minutes on eating pussy. I do get hands up. I get that.
Everybody has that bit. We've all got that in our back pocket. But the audience wants it unbridled. But there's always there's the CEO, the company, and then there's the people who've been hired, and so they just don't want to offend
HR
one
department.
Person. But the audience, by and large, they're adults in America in 2025. What if they haven't heard? Yeah.
It's about people complaining and getting sued and saying, I was so offended, I was shaking. It's like, because of Brett's filthy act? Who cares?
Stop thinking about eating pussy after that.
I couldn't stop. I couldn't start doing it again.
It's not too late to drop in a bit, go to the Comedy Store and just insert it into your special and just say, I don't know why I thought of this. But
when you tape this, which I think is out now,
April 26th, I believe.
So I think it's out now because we don't know what day it is today.
We don't know what day it is. Sorry.
Yeah. I think it's out.
2023.
Anyway, we'll see. But Brett, I just did mine, and all you want to do is have one of your best crowds. I mean, they're obviously coming to see you, but the cameras sometimes throw people and it turns into a pretty good crowd.
Yeah. How was yours? Tell me the truth.
Mine was... I did two. I did the same kind of thing. 2 one night. I think when you're Sandler and you've got an almost unlimited budget, he was just taping almost everywhere he went. Small, big, really thought out. Yeah. He pictured it like a movie, and I think PTA was involved in one of them, and maybe the Safdies. So he's got a lot going on and a lot of fun, and it's fucking great. So I'm doing the more common 2 a night. But yeah, I went to Denver, which is a great comedy town. And I did come out. The last one I did, the crowd was tougher, but they were masked. And I wasn't sure of that. And when I went out, they sounded muffled, which is a good...
they were wearing masks?
You know what? They said we can do it in Minneapolis. Austin says no. And they said Netflix isn't agreeing to do it with Austin because of the parameters. But the parameters were they wouldn't wear masks. And I didn't know what the parameters were. I go, but we can still do it. They go, yeah, we'll just do your next gig in Minneapolis. We'll just sell 2 shows. And then I was so in the zone about my own shit. I was like, oh no, because the opener wasn't doing as well. And I'm like, do not give me a rough crowd tonight. Please, God.
Yes.
And so that was, but this one was obviously unmasked and super fun. So I got lucky. Also, you have 2 shows that people don't know. You're sort of combining the 2 shows. Sometimes you use most of one because sometimes you just hit one way better. What did you do? More of a combination?
Well, I had that experience. Everyone had said to me, "Oh, your special crowds they're so up for it. It's going to be amazing." And then that first crowd, you can tell, right? You can tell by the
one joke
announcement.
Yeah, anything. You just walk out
by the cheer.
Yeah.
And that first, there was so much stuff, and there was wires everywhere, and there's stuff in the
lights.
way.
Cameras swooshing around.
Yeah, and I think it does throw them. And like the 7 o'clock's quite early, and that was the first show. And
a little early. They're not drunk. They're just
wide-eyed. I did that offstage thing, and they went, yay. And I thought, uh-oh.
All you got was a yay.
Well, I think it was like a
I know. That's funny. Also, they bring them in a little earlier for that early show. So they're sitting forever. I don't think there's booze. They don't want to see I mean, unless you specifically ask for these things.
And then they're seated with the technical issues. They can't get up and use the bathroom and stuff.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
And then, I never have shot one that I felt was anywhere near the sets I did before that. But
practice set.
The late show was excellent crowd. Like then I was like, okay, we're good. We've got something with it. I mean,
did you use most of that?
They were really good. They were really good. They were both very good. I'm very grateful to all of them. But
yeah, of course, I'm grateful anyone shows up.
When we did a show in Minneapolis when I toured, and that was the best crowd I've ever. known.
See, that's why I said that'd be a good one.
What theater were you in? The Guthrie or
was it Paramount? Maybe. No, that was Denver.
I'd have to go in my calendar
because they do have.
No, we'll give you 20 minutes. Please
crowds.
go find out.
Could you give me 35 minutes to just
35. I love when you said you wrote Ted Lasso in LA. I pictured you in a castle in England. Anything in England, I feel like it's a castle.
Anything with a British accent seems smarter, more sophisticated.
Yeah.
You know, we've seen all your movies all these years.
I always tell Dana, if I'm famous, I'll go over there. But I went there for one day and I wasn't too sure. We went for Grown Ups, that movie, and we all went over there and stayed at the Soho. What's up?
There's a gig in London that's the best gig in London called Always Be Comedy. The man who runs that gig, James Gill, he is obsessed with you, David Spade.
I'm telling you, off camera, I might hit you up and say, hey, tell me about this thing, and I might go do it sometime.
He can't believe I'm doing this podcast. Like, he's so excited, and he said, get him to do my gig. Like, you will be very famous in that room.
Took you 44 minutes to get to this, but this pitch. But thank you, and I might hit you up. So unblock me, and I'm going to hit you on Instagram. And then all my messages flood through once you unblock me. I'm like, dude, I just saw you in the parking lot at the Improv.
Say hello. Why did you drive away as I was chasing after you waving?
I really just have to look at my act like, you might, because I didn't get a chance to hear your whole hour, obviously, but I have to wonder, the big subjects work overseas: politics, marriage, relationships. Mm-hmm. And when I look at my act, I've got to see what I have to throw out because I just don't know,
Well, also, but there's much more. Everything's fucking everywhere right now. Like, I think the stuff you're scared wouldn't work would work.
I should just try it and see what happens because I'll blame them.
Everybody looks at Daily Mail because it's crack cocaine for your brain.
They sift through the commercials and try to look at an article. By the way, do you have enough money for Daily Mail Plus? It's a real question. Dana, they just added a plus. It's $1.99. I told them to get fucked.
So, by the way, you're doing a movie with Jennifer Lopez currently, right?
Yes. Yeah, we're filming at the moment. Yeah.
Do you know what it's called? I do.
You tell me.
It's called Office Party.
Office Romance? Office Time.
Office?
Yeah. It's called Office Schmoffice.
Meet you at the office. What's it called? Meet you at the office?
It's called Office.
Yeah, so is it a rom-com? Be honest.
It's a rom-com. It's a big school rom-com.
So this is you stepping outside the lines unless you wrote and produced this film.
No, I did co-write this with Jay Kelly. And
do you play Roy Kent in this? This is a lot of people are asking.
No.
Okay.
He plays Ted Lasso.
He plays Ted.
I play Keely Jones in this one.
J-Lo, in my brief encounters with her, is quite sweet and funny. Is this true?
She's so funny. She's very,
always
very funny. And she's
always friendly.
Brilliant comedy actor. Like, underrated. Like, when you see her live, I'm like, fucking hell, you're good at this. Like, she's a really, really good comic actor.
So you just said you wrote it with your friend. Is that what you said?
Yes, Joe Kelly.
And so you get it on its feet.
Yeah.
And then you figure out who's the leading lady, who's the rest of it, where you shoot. That's all. You're in on all that? That's great.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
great.
yeah. We wrote it on a train while I was making Ted Lasso. We sort of had the idea. Did
you think of calling it Office Train?
We did. We thought called Office Station.
You could all do it. It could all be played on the train.
How did you try to make it spin? How did you spin it? Because it is a genre.
What's the sort of rough pitch? Yeah.
The hook is, I suppose, I can't tell you much, but I can tell you the aim is it's like a really proper, classy, old school rom-com, like a Nora Ephron type film, but with hard R jokes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, good.
Got it. That
any aliens?
And aliens.
Okay, good. That's another good hook.
Is it too late for David to do a nice little cameo? He walks in.
What about the guy that steals the girl? Is that part taken?
That's
me, dude.
This stuff. What else could you bring at this very late stage?
That's it. That's my only move. The good-looking, dashing dude that runs in, and she glances at me and sprints toward me.
Out of here.
Hey, this dude! I didn't know about this guy. He was on the planet. Bye-bye. So I think rom-com with R-rated is interesting. I can't really think of one, so I like that idea.
Yeah, I
sounds
think,
more real.
Yes, hopefully. I think it's gonna be good.
I like that.
Yeah.
So of your two children, Ted Lasso and Shrinking, which one's your favorite?
Get off my couch.
Get off my couch, Chewie. I'm not Chewie. I'm Brett. You're Chewie to me. I'm Harry.
That's Harrison Ford.
I love that
know.
show, and I love Harrison Ford in it.
My wife.
You can't see our shaking fingers. That's a big part of it.
Yeah, I know. No one gets mad like Harrison Ford. He's so good, man.
My wife. That's my favorite.
That
Chewie, your ticks got in my soup again.
Chewie, get me out of here. Shut the fuck up, Chewie.
It could be. He should be Chewy Doo, like Scooby Doo, like a collab.
So we're entertaining, Brett. So
Chewy had sex with Scooby. Oh, I guess I'll give up.
We can go anywhere you want. Where you're going to play Hercules potentially. You did a cameo, and now you're in the Marvel universe.
Yeah, well, I mean, gun to head, I can't say anything, but at the same time, I think that's probably it on that one.
Okay.
I like gun to head.
Because I thought, what's the difference between Hercules and Roy Kent?
One is a Greek god, and the other one is a hairy guy from Tooting.
Yeah. From Teterboro.
That's a good
what is it called? What's your favorite soccer team called? Tottenham or something?
Tottenham, yeah. How'd you know that?
Okay.
No, who have you been speaking to?
I did talk to my soccer buddy, Bobby, and I said, because I have a Tottenham shirt.
Oh, do you?
And I don't even know why, but he gave it to me. And so I wear it, and if people ask me one question, I fall apart. So I just like to puff up.
Is Brendan Hunt dating Hannah Waddington?
You're reading that off the internet?
Rebecca.
Oh, Rebecca. That's right.
Oh, no. Hannah Waddington's her real name. Is Brendan Hunt dating Rebecca Waddington? Oh. Do you mean, hang on, what's the question?
I don't know.
He doesn't know. He's reading the internet or something.
I'm looking for, who's the bad apple in the bunch in that cast?
Ted Lasso.
He's the difficult one.
No, you said in Ted Lasso? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Who's the bad apple in the cast? There genuinely isn't one, and I know that's an annoying answer, but I don't.
Who's the most difficult to work with? Go ahead. Dana on this podcast is the most out of us two.
Juno Temple is coming back to play Keely.
Oh, right. It's coming back.
Right?
That's correct. Yes. I believe so. Guns ahead.
Isn't there a girl named Keely on the show?
Yes.
Keely,
and there's someone named Keely?
She's the love
interest.
There
are people in the world called Keely, yeah.
No.
Is that a common name over there? There's not one person here named Keely.
Really? You have no Keelys?
Zero.
Oh, we got a couple of Keelys.
Yeah, you got too many.
Yeah.
Were the negotiations tough to get the cast to come back, or were you guys locked into a certain salary already?
We'd all signed contracts in the early days, forever and ever.
So they pick up?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, that's good. Makes it easier.
Yeah.
Saves time.
How long did you do Just Shoot Me? How many years was that?
That was
balls in your court.
Well, we did 6 as a mid-season replacement, they call it out here, and then we went straight through. The old days was 22 episodes a year. So we did about a little over 6 years.
My God.
148.
Did you?
I love it. Went over there, right? Is that where you saw it over there?
Yeah, I saw it in England.
Oh, love it. Love it.
Did you, what was your trajectory on that show in terms of enjoyment? Did you always enjoy it? Was there a bit in the middle where you were like, I've had enough of this, and then you enjoyed it again, or what?
No, I came from SNL, and it was options like Dana said. You could do your own show, like the David Spade goofy sitcom. But I had seen that if it didn't work, all your heat's gone. They don't give you another try. So it was an ensemble, a writer from Larry Sanders, Steve Levitan, and a good cast. And the network already liked it. I joined. They added me to a shot pilot. So we reshot it and added me because NBC was a little fuzzy on, they were on the, back and forth with it. So I got added to it and I liked it the whole run. I have to say that it was one of the most fun runs because everyone, they were writing for me, which at SNL was not exactly the case. They did in some, but you were sort of in charge of it. And then you've got everywhere you go is good people, like on your show, I'm sure. And that's always more fun. And then also it was a little easier than SNL, the hours, and it was immediately in a top 20 or top 10. And we were in a heyday of Seinfeld and ER and Will and Grace and Friends and Frasier. And so we were at least in the vicinity. We weren't those shows, but we were with them on the lot with them. And it was just all fun to see. Just a good run. I loved it. And last thing, and then I'll let you talk at the very end, is we had done, everyone had something in their career was good and bad. Mm-hmm. And so everyone was really happy to be there and lucky and appreciated it. And I think some shows, people get cocky because it's their first show and it works. And so they get sort of out of control. But we were like, every year we got picked up, we're like, this is so great. Because it could all go down to shit. Everyone knew it.
What was your last day like?
Tearjerker, of course. Bawling. If I knew we were going to do it again in a year, that would have been fun for me. Yeah. But I guess yours isn't really a reboot because it's sort of just keep going, right?
Yeah, there's been a big gap, and then we'll...
Don't tell us any secrets, but you got Bill Lawrence, who's great.
He coaches the women's team. That got out. Ted does. So it makes it sort of puts a spin on it.
He's not nodding or shaking his head. He's giving us nothing.
Point out, I've got a gun to my head, remember?
I know. I think this is the good thing about Marvel also is they don't even say when they're releasing their movies anymore. It's smart. They say, we did a big one last week. You guys missed it. And we're like, you're too secretive about it. All right. What else? Good. What else for this young man, Dana? I know you had a lot, but we got to let him go. And we appreciate you, by the way, Brett. You're shooting a movie. You come in on the weekend. You help us out. We wanted to talk to you for a while, so thank you very much.
Guys,
very cool.
I appreciate you both very much, and I'm genuinely grateful I got to hang out with you. This is very, very cool for me, so thank you for your time.
I want you to see me in better lighting, but that'll be,
It's
soon.
fun to see someone on TV playing a character, and then meeting you like this. It's just interesting because all I knew was that, character.
Yeah.
So it's, I see why you won the Emmys. Compliment alert.
Good job.
Compliment alert. Sorry.
Thank you.
Back to back is a super compliment. But anyway, I mean, I can't, it's your podcast, Films to be Buried with.
If you're ever bored and you have time, you should both come and do it one day. I would love to have you, but no pressure. There's nothing worse than being asked to do a podcast. You're off the hook. But if
I'll do that one in a second. I could talk about movies all day long, Right. But I want to know the movie before we go for you that moved you the most.
Well, I talked like E.T. I find traumatic. Like I cried the most. Like I remember my dad taking me and my sister. There was like a re-release of E.T. and I was 3, 4, I don't know, 4, 5. He took us to see E.T. at the cinema and he was like, "You're going to love this." And we were crying so much that I remember turning to him and saying, "Why have you brought us to this?"
Yeah.
Like, what is this? this feels like abuse. This is not, there's no fun here. I'm devastated.
It is pretty rough. If you're younger, I loved E.T.
I'll be right here.
I have the same build as E.T. You know, Brett, not to plug my special, I talk about E.T. of all fucking movies. Of all movies.
Dandelion.
It's so random you say that. But that one did kind of rough me up too. I get it. I mean, those movies like that, or like Bambi when you're not ready for the beginning part and you're like, who cleared this?
You know what? My friend Roisin Connerty, if you don't know her, she's a fucking brilliant comedian in England. And her father died, and she once said to me, you know, Disney always has these films where the parent dies and things like that. And people say it's good for kids because it teaches them about death. She said that when her dad died, not for a second did she think, well, thank God I saw
No shit.
That's a really funny line.
You're like, hey, your mom might die when you're 70, but we'll let you know what it feels like when you're 6.
Yeah, that was cruel.
Yeah.
All right, buddy.
I would say, yeah.
You're doing good.
I don't know if you need any more plugs other than your specials out. Shrinking's coming season 2, Ted Lasso season 4, and everything else. Your podcast, how you find time to do it? Do you guys do more than one a day, or how you stack them?
No, I just do it. I do it the week. I don't like free time. I get.
You like to keep it busy.
I get deep darkness if there's any space, so I just fill it up.
Got it.
Huh. Well, that's a whole other podcast. We'll have you back
exactly
next year. Yeah. Anyway, it's been
I think about death all the time. Anyway, lovely to see you guys.
Hey, great. Death and Darkness coming
He's
soon.
Severely depressed, but Ted Lasso is coming out. Jason Sudeikis will cheer you up. Anyway,
tell Jason hello and good luck with everything with the movie.
And guys, thank you for having me.
We'll see you around campus.
This has been a presentation of Odyssey. Please follow, subscribe.
Our guest today. Who is our guest today? Let everybody know. David.
Andrew Schultz, pretty big comedian out there. A guy I don't know really well. I do think he's very funny, though. And I've checked in with him here and there. He was on The Roast with Tom Brady. That's how a lot of people would maybe know him on a bigger scale, even though he does do theaters all over, of course. Big comic out there, has a podcast. Kind of a controversial guy, which is good. Shakes it up, and a lot of fun. We had a great chat with him. Mostly, we talked a lot about stand-up and a lot about how to film specials, how to sell them, and what works out there these days.
Yeah, 2 interesting things. One is he is very much a powerhouse out there. He's very high energy, and he steps outside the lines. He's definitely edgy, extremely funny. Then we got him on our show, and he's kind of sweet and humble. It's sort of funny when you see this dichotomy of the performer and his real personality. Number 2, he says he plays arenas regionally, but he's huge in Dubai.
Oh yeah, he did Dubai.
Huge in Australia, and so he films a lot of stuff even between his specials. So. He's a one-man band. He's an ecosystem. He's a business. He's very savvy and smart about stand-up. And like David said, a minute ago, his special takes a turn, and it's a sweet story about him and his wife trying to make a baby. And all the stuff that happens. Life on Netflix.
Right. And he's got good hair. Check out Life. And here's Andrew Schultz.
Thank you. This is a huge honor, guys. I just want to let you know this is a huge honor. I'm sure you guys get this all the time, but I really appreciate it.
Let's see. When Wayne's World came out, you were 8 or 9. Yeah, so I get it.
I'm 41. So
41, so, yeah. but you read at a 44-year-old level. I understand.
I'm high.
Yeah, but your specials are awesome. They're powerful, man. And I guess it's your generation, but the beginning of the recent one on Netflix is so cool, where you come out, you land 2 jokes, like a cold opening, the way it opens, and your dad introduces you, and then it's a shot behind, and it just says the name of the special, gigantic. Yeah. I mean, it's like we would crawl out in the 90s. It would just, what's up? It's just like, it's an event.
How much control did you guys even have with like how specials looked when you guys would do it?
None.
Was it so HBO would just be like, hey, show up, do the material, and then we'll handle it?
You know, I remember Backdrop. What do you want your backdrop? I had an old one called Take the Hit, and they said, I want to do it in Arizona. And they said, what do you want your backdrop to be? And I'm like, cactuses? I mean, it's like so fucking stupid. But like, it was like a desert. Yeah, it was just like, I go, maybe live coyotes. But what happened is no one actually looked at the back. And also you just wanted to be enough to not take away from what you're doing, or you disappear in the back, what you're wearing. So it's all complicated. It's just, is it any good?
What was it like? So back then,
I love guests that ask questions. I really
it's all back then.
No, I love that. You're curious.
Because like, okay. Because like I was coming up at like the downfall of the Comedy Central special.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like,
yeah.
There was a moment like when I was young, I remember like the Deliriouses. I remember watching like Martin, Chris. Like I remember these like events. I remember going to watch a Martin Lawrence special in a movie theater.
Yeah.
Like they were just these like big insane deal. Spectacles, right?
Yeah.
And then like the Comedy Central like half hours, I think it was like, you know, you would try to get premium blend. I remember that. And then maybe you get a half hour, then maybe you get an hour. Premium. And I remember like those like impacting people's careers less. When you guys were doing like your first specials, was it like the next week you couldn't walk down the street? Were you already so famous it didn't matter? Like, could you feel people watched it?
Mine came out, I'll just answer this, in 96. I'd already been on SNL, and it was an analog world. So just to be pithy, I never, I don't know how you name your specials. I just called it Critics' Choice.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
5 stars. So for years, my sister would call me, and then I was on cable TV, Comedy Central, playing on a loop. She goes, you got Critics' Choice again. So, but it was it was a much bigger impact then.
Yeah. So you felt it. You felt like it was appointment viewing. People were watching.
Once it got off HBO and was on Comedy Central a lot, but that.
Oh, Dana, was yours HBO?
I believe it was.
I think
and
that
then it
was the
on
only game in town, really. When I got mine on, I was on maybe SNL or Just Shoot Me. And then it was a big deal because I didn't really know it was a big deal, but you got paid pretty well. And I remember HBO only did a couple. So it was very rare. And that it did have an impact on the stand-up. I didn't chase the stand-up as hard because I was working, and then I got more into stand-up later, back into it. But your question is yes, it had a little more impact. And now stand-up's everywhere, and it's on your phone, and it's clips, and it's people doing crowd work. So you go, is a special important? It's very hard to stand out still. Is it a game changer?
From this generation's point of view to whatever, 2016, 2017, and people like yourself and Nate Bargatze, I don't know, Tom Segura, name them. They're Matt Rife, whatever, Sebastian. There's this phenomenon of gigantic, and you're super global, and you're killing in Dubai and with these inside jokes and tagging them with your material, which is, it's a nice thing to listen to because you don't feel like you're doing crowd work. You feel like you're legitimately asking questions or making statements. Anyway, speak to this phenomenon of Andrew Schulz compared to like 2016. I mean,
I think there's definitely levels, right? Like it's like I think like Nate and Sebastian and like Shane, like I think they're doing arenas in every city they go to, and I think I'm like a regional arena act.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
There's some that do. Joe Coy goes different spaces. It's bigger, smaller.
Where are you loved most?
Fucking in the Middle East. I was joking around with Tim Dillon. I was like, listen, if you do like a decade of women are annoying jokes, like you'll sell a lot of tickets.
Women are annoying. Flies over there. But yeah, so it's like, I'll have my markets, but it is kind of weird because usually white guys aren't like that. Like, you're right. Like usually there's like an Asian dude will crush in like San Francisco, Hawaii,
Irvine, right? So I'm kind of, I'm like an Asian arena act. That's kind of what I am. Just,
that's what I think.
Like random international places. Like, so yeah, it is cool. It's fucking awesome. I don't know what to tell. Like,
well,
it's awesome.
Well, you're owning it. I mean, you're not like nervous out there. You're not, I mean, you have, when I get comfortable, you put one foot's on the monitor and you're playing to 20,000 people. And this is what you would do at a little, hole in the wall shithole. One foot's on the thing, and it denotes I'm relaxed, man. I am in total charge here. So
would it be easier just to request a step stool out there? It wouldn't look as cool, I guess.
I just want I want the front of a boat. I want to look like George Washington.
Put the front of a boat out, and you step. What about? I have a question about when you do these. I just talked. I think Segura went overseas, and overseas. I think when they told me once, do you want to go overseas? They go. What they do is, they'll put you in a couple of small, like clubs or maybe a small theater. Let's see how it goes, see how famous, see if anybody gives a fuck, and come back. And then the next time you have a gauge. I'm like, wait, go twice? Yeah. So like Dubai and that stuff, I don't know, because you must have bigger themes. I mean, you can't mention Ralph's. You can't talk about Sepulveda. You can't. And that's the hard part. The bigger you get, you have to go, this has to work for everyone. And I remember Chris Rock, I used to say, you're smart. You go politics, you go relationship, marriage, and those will last you 40 minutes. And those, at least everyone gets it.
Yeah.
Is that what you need over there?
Listen, I got lucky that my sperm doesn't work and everybody wants to have a family, or a lot of people like having families. Okay. So like that was a kind of relatable story that I ended up telling. But what I noticed about like Abu Dhabi specifically, is that they're more connected with American culture than the English, because a lot of them are all educated here and in like real America, like Tennessee State, not NYU or UCLA, like some rural American colleges. So they know all the references. But when you go to Amsterdam, like those are some tough shows, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Those are some tough shows. Like,
I'm sure they can. It's not even your fault. It's just you pop in and you're like, I think they were saying some of these cities were tough and some were like full crickets and some were great. And you're like, you don't even know. You don't know why. And probably someone does better.
Crickets as a special.
Full fucking crickets.
Full crickets.
Dude, I had full crickets at the Laugh Factory the other night. I'm like, what? Am I getting worse at this point?
That's got to be a meme or something. But what you did in Australia is you backed into jokes about the Aboriginals there.
Oh yeah, I like doing that. Like I like going to places and like writing some jokes like the day of, and then seeing if it goes well. But I like talking to people when I'm in these places, and I'm trying to get information and see like what they're proud of, what they're embarrassed of, and like writing some stuff about them that they wouldn't maybe expect me to know. And what I find is like, if I can, sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't. But if it does go well, the rest of the show goes really well, because I think everybody there goes, oh, okay, like he cares about us. He's not here to just
they like money. Something local for sure.
Yeah, they're like he's made an effort. And he's interested in this place, and so that tends to,
Here's an oversized laugh I got just the other night. Sorry, I'm playing some Valley. We're flying into Ketchum, and I said, I go, some Valleys. That's the place I'm playing. I mean, Ketchum. I just thought it'd be a complete shithole. So that got such a big laugh because it's out of the blue.
In Sun Valley, Idaho,
the clueless guy. I just thought Ketchum be a shithole, man. It's great, but. The laugh is so big when it's local, and I was doing that since the late 70s. I mean, and if I always a few jokes about the place and what's the shitty town that they'll laugh at.
Yeah, and also like, what is some like weird, like every place has a big story. You know what I mean? Like they're not talking about Elon over there or fucking Trump or whatever the politics is. Like whatever their local shit is fun. So, how can I pull that? Like, it was all the Israel-Palestine protests when I was in Australia. And there was all these Australians like, give them back their land or whatever. So the joke I had is like, there's some Aboriginal dude watching these white Australians go, give them back their land. And just kind of stand. So it's like that joke would work in New York, but in Australia,
crush.
It really goes. So I try to write a joke that I would use anywhere, but that is the epicenter of where it would get the best reaction.
But you're also auditioning. Like I was just thinking, if you were in Ireland, because these guys just went to Ireland, I go, would Conor McGregor's just running for president? Do you say that? Is that something you don't even know what side they're on? You start something and they like it or they don't like it?
I mean, when I was in Ireland, the guy who's president now is like, he's almost like an Irish stereotype. Have you seen what he looks like?
No.
He's like 4'11". Like he looks like what you think like an Irish
carries a pot of gold.
Like literally, like he is a leprechaun, whatever. And so I was having some fun with that, and it's interesting because I was teasing him, but you could tell they really like him. So they were like laughing, but they were also like,
there was a little bit.
He's good.
And like, careful.
Yeah, they're underdogs.
That's what they do.
I have a lot of Irish relatives. They're underdogs. They're amazed how much we love their country. You know. But I would say that when you do ad lib something that's new that day that you thought of that day, and you get a laugh, then you're just kind of alive in the frame. I mean, I can tell by watching you, like, because then you're going to go into your tried and trues because that's how you do stand up. But every time you do something that's fresh, just lightens the whole show up, right?
Oh, it lights yourself up too. You think you're good.
Also, like Australia was kind of almost like cheating because I got to do like 4 or 5 shows before I did that one where I put out the Australia material.
Mm-hmm.
Like usually I just got to think of it the day of, but this was, I got to work it out a few days and like find the bits or whatever. So that's always fun when you're away, but it's just rare that you can go to a place where you just go to a country and tour 5 places.
And I just have to, because we didn't do this either, but you're taping, you have your specials, and then when you travel the world, you've got a 5-camera crew or something. Is that, and then you use it?
Yeah. I have my one guy Shifty who like edited the special, and he was like instrumental in like directing it. And he's this kid, he like started working with us when he was like 18 years old. It's like unbelievable. And he brings 5 cameras.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just sets them up and then just hits record. So we don't have like this whole crew. We just have one guy that's doing it.
It's a little
but it looks
stressful.
like a special. I go, did he have another special I wasn't aware of? You know,
but
because
that's the shit we can do now. It's kind of crazy, right?
It's very, very smart.
Well, it also takes away from the fear of, like I just did mine. It comes out soon. I wanted you to have you on so I could plug mine, but no, it comes out, but it was
Andrew Schultz.
It's hard to do. It's hard to do the 2 in a row show. The typical sort of cookie cutter thing for comedians is get maybe a theater, 2 shows in one night, cut them together, do your best. And I didn't do any tricks really. I sort of regret it. I was just telling Dana before. There was no like super tricky way to get in, and then you're getting algo briefings like, it's got to be the funniest in the first, and then all your bad material at the end. I'm like, what bad material? They're like, oh, you want us to tell you? And I'm like, no. But
no, they'll tell you. Hey, David,
like, do you open with your closer? And I'm like, wait, what's going on? So you got to just try to get them and all that stupid shit.
Yeah. I saw Bert talking about that a little bit, I think. Yeah, like, I don't know. I guess it's like, I don't think any of us have ever opened with something bad.
Yeah,
you know,
you're supposed to open to get them going. That's the second hardest thing. Is a closer. Opener might be harder. You got to get them going, and if you don't get them going, you lost them. So
I went into the inner sanctum at Netflix, and they do every minute. You made it to 12 minutes or 13 minutes, so it's like as if you're playing a theater where constantly people are leaving. Like there's just, you start out with whatever and they're leaving. And by the end, you've got like 12
You're playing
people.
Wembley and everyone's
so you have to do a special as if every minute they want to go try and watch something else, you know? And so, but I think what you're doing is great. Just continue.
I think if you do like with mine, it ended up being a story. Like I didn't want to do a one-man show. I feel like, like it kind of is almost like that because there's like a serious moment or whatever, but I feel like sometimes when you say one man show, you're almost like asking people to like reduce their comedic expectations. So
or
like
to hate it. Yeah,
definitely.
Or to immediately fucking hate it. Yeah.
Fucking hate it.
Yeah. But if
it really is a one man show, but don't call it that.
Don't call it that.
But if you call it a one man show and they hate it, is because they're not smart enough. Didn't you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah,
right.
If you must not be smart enough to understand this high art.
Yeah, it's got a one man show.
Yeah,
it's so intelligent.
Yeah, the guy who doesn't have jokes, he calls it a one man show.
Yeah, do jokes.
That's all. It's fine. I don't care what, but yeah, Jay is a purist and he understands that. So
I kind of wanted to like almost trick people, and I wanted like, just regular hard hitting jokes, and then eventually kind of like get into it. And what we found, I guess Netflix told us, they're like, the retention, like the watch through to the end was like insanely high.
Because they're invested in this story.
Oh, a story. It's like a long story.
Yeah.
It's like a phone call.
Yeah. So
That's
like
how you pitch it.
Yeah. I'm just gonna.
It's just like being on a phone call. That's fine.
You ever call your mom? Yeah, it's like that.
It's like that.
So that's the first time you really at the end you're being sentimental, specifically sentimental, and you're getting awes and stuff. You haven't tried that before, but it's interesting to land that.
I thought my life was boring my whole career. I was like, I thought like my opinions on shit were better than like anything going on in my life. So I never talked about anything personal. And then like when it was hard to get my wife pregnant because my sperm sucks, there was the only thing I could think about. So I started like writing jokes about it. And then, it ended up and it turned into this. So it was cool.
I saw a video of your sperms at the finish line. They're like this. They're not quite making it.
Yeah, they're just kind of falling.
It's a video that's going around. Yeah,
you got to see it, dude.
You got to see it.
People are tagging my sperm in like pictures of the governor of Texas.
I like that it's called Life instead of like Jizz Patrol or something. You could have really ruined it with the title.
They wouldn't be doing much patrolling. It's just more like they're just standing here and checking it. Looking for some mime.
Where's the egg? We got 10 minutes left. But I agree that it is funny. It's fun to tell stories because people will say, you should do this joke or this is a funny joke. And I do have some jokes in my act, but I do love telling stories because it's the only thing that's more of a fingerprint to you. Because I do stuff at the airport. I do it about this and common denominators, but I'm trying to do my version of that. And longer stories are more fun for some reason, just maybe because I'm older to go, let me just tell you this thing. And then that's more true to me than going, I don't think anyone else is going to tell this story like this.
Also, like we get a sense of you, like your personality shines through because it's how you acted in that moment. But also I think that like, if somebody walks into a room and goes, guys, I got to tell you the story, we're going to give them 10 seconds. If it's boring after 10 seconds, we'll probably go. But everybody likes a story. It's like our earliest form of digesting information. Like if you just give me a bunch of facts, I'm going to kind of look the other way. If you tell me some shit that happened, I'm kind of locked in. Like I'm rooting for you in your story. Yeah. When you tell me something happened, I want it to be good.
I hear a TikTok story from someone I've never met, and they started a story about a breakup with a guy, and I just sit there and stare. I'm like, why am I even fucking listening to this? But
it's like 30 minutes of
it starts, and everyone starts. I like it. I go, huh?
Yeah. I've actually told young stand-ups who've asked my opinion in little teeny clubs, I said, pretend you just saw something on the street and you just came in to talk to your friends. Because usually when you tell a bit the first time, you're urgent about it and you're very specific.
Excited,
and then you start to lose it. And Jerry Seinfeld says, oh, check the setup. Check it out.
Troubleshoot it.
You got to check the setup because it
put it up on the rack.
That is such a true statement. Like the first time you tell a joke, you think that you like and does well, you think it leveled the room, and then you go look at like the video audio and you're like, oh, like 5 people laughed, but it's just new to me.
One loud guy.
Yeah, and then it goes away. That's so true. Like the same joke, the same words, your excitement in it wanes a little.
Also, when you say one and you say it off top of your head, and if you didn't tape it, I mean, everyone's different, but I hopefully record it on my phone when I go to the Comedy Store or whatever, because when I audition these turds, and then I smash them in between two jokes at work, and then I do one in the middle. But if it somehow works, I have to remember inflection, when it was in the set, how it worked, what happened. Because sometimes I go, oh, I got that one. Next night I say it, nothing. And I go,
nothing.
What was the magic? What worked? And all that is so important.
Yeah. Sometimes you'll work on a joke and then get it really good. And the joke in your set that follows it can no longer follow it.
Oh, gets hurt by it. Wow.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not strong enough after how good this joke is. Yeah. Stand-up is the best.
Sometimes you got to tell your joke, I'm moving you up to closer. That's a great feeling. I'm going to try this. It seems to work enough. I'm putting it at the end. And you go, fuck, I have a new closer. Oh, that's so great. Because then the other one can do a little tent pole heavy lifting in the middle.
What's the deal when you guys go to the store? Like, do you have to respect the light, or are you just at a point where it's a suggestion?
Yeah, I go, how long to do? They go 15. I go, great. They go, when do you want the light? I go, at 30. But there's a lot of guys that get the light. I won't say names, but they literally get the light and then they start going
names. Come on.
So what else is going on? I go, no. That's not what else. That's wrap it up, guy.
When the elbow is up on the mic stand, and they've already done 20. That elbow
where are you
is up
guys
there.
from? I'm like, no, we know where they're from. We don't care. It's over.
This is my favorite shit. Like this thing that's like, and this has always existed, but it's really popular now. Like the comics pretending that they don't care. So they'll have like a notepad on stage and they're like, look, like, all right, what else do I got in here? And then they'll look at the page and then do a joke they did in their last special. It's just like, it's
fully formed a bit. Yeah.
It's okay to care. We care. It's okay to try. We all try. We want to do well. You don't got to bring a prop on stage and fake leaf through it. Like,
by the way, it does better if you have a notebook, because there's something about going, guys, what do you think of this? And then you read and they're like, that's pretty good. And then you read and you realize, they go, well, not good enough for your real act, but for this little thing, you just thought of it. Sure, this wispy idea.
Yeah, keep working on that.
Do you guys when you do a group show at the Comedy Store and there's like 8-9 people, doesn't it become like a de facto competition? Like people, you're not even thinking about, oh man, you were one of the best tonight. Or you were this I don't really like
one of
group shows.
Yeah, it's gross.
Bill Burr killed, man, but you did all right.
Do you do the store a lot or not?
When I'm out there, that's where I'll come through.
Oh, right. You don't live.
Really
I was thinking, I don't see you there.
No, I'm in New York, man. So
So you just do that run. You have way more choices. You can run all over, right?
Yeah, I usually just do the Cellar and then New York Comedy Club. So Cellar has, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4
18
rooms?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, it's literally like I got a kid now. So I can go there for an hour and a half and do 4 shows, or I can bounce around the whole city for 4 hours.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, okay, let's get the work in.
I didn't realize that. That's fantastic. You go to one place basically and have 4 audiences, boom, 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 and then get out.
Yeah, you can.
I didn't know that.
It's kind of like Store has 3 rooms. So you guys bounce around.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. Go upstairs, do the belly room.
I don't know. I don't practice much, but anyway, I'm down to the nubs. I mean, I'm like, the only thing worse than having hits is not having hits. So,
dude, you know what I've seen interesting? What I've seen now is that, like, you know how like everything in comedy just goes through these like cycles, and like people new to comedy don't get it because they haven't experienced like the last cycle. Like impressions are really popular now. Have you noticed that?
Well, for me, that's all I do, impressions and characters now. I'm not trying to tell anything, but just nail those.
No. What I'm saying is like, we've known that about you for decades. And then like things go up and down in popularity. And I think like with Trump and probably Shane's does this amazing version of, he does a great version of, and I think with the popularity of that, I've seen a lot of other people working in impressions. And there was times like when I was coming up where like, people weren't doing impressions. Yeah. Like crowd work is really popular. There's time now everybody's like annoyed with crowd work, and like all these things, it's just so funny. Like all these things go up and down. Cause I remember early on impressions, like when I was coming up, like seeing like Eddie, your best friend, Eddie go like crazy.
We are best friends.
Crazy.
I know, just teasing. I mean, it was amazing with the impressions. You know,
well, amazing that he didn't lean on him, but Daryl Hammond called him our best impressionist, but he was doing Pryor.
If you weave him into something too, it doesn't look like a big setup. You know, you're just like, they're like, oh shit, that sounds like
it's
that person.
It's a superpower. Story.
Yeah.
Like it's amazing.
Yeah.
We all love it. Like there's nobody, it's so funny, even watching comedians, like comedians, we can be like annoying with each other when like somebody's trying to be funny or like sneaking a bit. But when somebody does an impression that's spot on, everybody shuts up and just listens and enjoys. Like, especially if you can do another comedian that we're friends with. Do you have anybody that we know? That
someone's going to do Shane because he grabs the mic funny. And he goes, he goes,
Shane has a great laugh. Like I told Seinfeld that everyone has like a little bit of a laugh. With Richard Pryor, it was kind of a constant and Shane has a really good little giggle he does after every bit, and he holds it very much high like this. And he's a big guy, but I didn't really realize that, so I'm feeling better about myself right now. But do you have an impression you do or would like to do? Because maybe we can help you out with it now.
God,
we can really coach you.
Like, let me try to think.
I'm bad too. If I can't do someone, I'm terrible. It's a very painful thing to try to learn.
It's selective. Like you can't just mimic everything.
At times, it takes me a long time. It took me a long time to get Biden. I would say like a year and a half. You know, then some are easy. I don't really have any methodology other than exposure. I have to hear something a lot or hang out with someone a lot. I'll do Friends and stuff, but that's all. I don't have any. I just start talking out loud to myself, and it's terrible. And then finally, if it comes to me, it comes to me. But I don't have any. I see an impression I can't do, and I'm incredibly entertained.
What I've noticed is like sometimes I see people doing an impression of someone's impression.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, that's the best way. Yeah.
Yes, because like you've distilled the 4 things about the person that like he physically does.
Get those little hooks.
Exactly. And then, so you did the work, and then I see people doing, that's just a version of Dana's.
Right. They cracked the code. Dana cracked the code, and now you just.
But you don't get any credit for it. You don't get any credit for it, which is kind of fucked up.
The latest one I am doing, because it's kind of fun, is I've just extrapolated Jimmy Fallon into a thing that I like to, because I was hanging out with him at 8H1 in New York.
Let me see, Jim.
And I did Johnny Carson getting pulled over for drunk driving. I've said this a lot, but in 1972, and it's where he what he had to drink and where he was drinking at. Oh, sorry, officer, I didn't know I was swerving. I had 2 slippery monkeys at the hook and crook. Okay, so that's the setup. And then Jimmy Fallon is like, oh my God, sorry, officer. It's insane. I can't believe it. Sorry, officer. So it's just this sound collage coming at me that was just pure distilled Jimmy Fallon. It's crazy.
He doesn't have to say much.
Yeah, sometimes it's just a sound. Like you could do this one. Christopher Walken sees an amazing magic trick. Just quick. Wow.
Wow.
There, got it. Wow. Yeah.
What was that? Yeah.
Didn't know where the rabbit went. It's like a language, I mean, Kevin Pollak and others have wound down.
A classic Walken. Where when someone cracked Walken, it was like, now it's on. Here, right? Everybody
go to this next level.
Walken now, and it's so fun. And he's so.
What about unique. Goldblum? I feel like he talks in a unique way. Does anybody do him?
Yes. Elon.
Yeah, I think
Gold
Kyle Dunnigan does that too. Yeah.
Version of him. Yeah. I don't.
Elon Gold, Kyle Dunnigan. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who's doing Elon Musk? Has anybody done Elon good? Because he kind of.
It's tricky. It's we're going to Mars. I mean, Kyle Dunnigan.
You have to have a little stutter.
We're going to Mars. I did it for 18 seconds on SNL. I just did him at a rally. Dog mega, that kind of guy jumping around. But I'm still trying to learn it exactly because he is kind of soft spoken, mostly on podcasts. Thinks a lot. We've got to go to Mars. We simply have to terraform Mars. And he's thinking and the way he looks around. But I'm still coming on to that because there's 2 things. I mean, one is, you could do a perfect Biden the first month of his administration, but people wouldn't be assimilated to it. They need to kind of, so we saw, a lot of people saw Elon at the rallies first. Yeah. I've seen him on a lot of podcasts. So it's a work in progress, Andrew. I will get back to you.
Yeah. They're tough to crack some of that shit because there's not like something to bite into.
My end was I used him as a setup for Trump to get a laugh. I did it on Bill Maher. It's just, he's like, Elon's there and Trump's there with the red tie. It's like, we're going to go to malls. We're sending too much money. We can't sustain it, all that. And then they say, Mr. Trump, and Trump says, what he said. He's a smart cookie. He's a tough cookie. He's a cookie crumble. So I just used him to set up Trump.
That's it. That's it. It's word association with Trump. It's like every word's got to take you a little bit further away than the point that he's trying to make.
Even he just thinks of it as he goes along. He just word association.
He's a tough cookie, a smart cookie. He's a cookie monster. He's a Lorna Doone. You remember the Lorna Doones? Everybody loves the Lorna Doones. But Trump is
everybody loves them.
Everybody loves them, but that's one way to use it as someone who does impressions.
That is so funny. That is how he talks. Really, it's like every word reminds him. Everybody loves him. Love him. Gays.
He throws in gays.
Trump will never say so. Like anyone might run out a stream of thought. He never does. We're going to go with Lorna Doones.
It's like Lorna weak Doones. To him if you stop a thought. So he just keeps
thinking
going.
Is weak. Yeah.
And repeating a phrase 5 or 10 or 15 times. Lorna Doone, Lorna Doone. Everyone loves Lorna Doones. You see the Lorna Doones, you look at them and you got them and they're like them. People like the Lorna Doones.
Take a bite. Yeah.
And it works for him. I want to ask you, because you interviewed him, because his dialect, it is so infectious.
It's so infectious.
It's a singularity.
And he knows how to use it. Like, for example, when he does that little like rev up sound, like, we're gonna do it. Like that, like he's like injecting energy.
Yes. Maybe he's slowing down and he feels himself. He's like,
I'm getting tired. I gotta come back up.
Yeah.
But like
the fries are wearing off.
He called it the weave on the show, like what you guys are describing right now.
He named it on your okay.
And he was like, he's like, yeah, I call it the weave. It's like, I'm in here, I go out there, I come back here, and then I come all the way back around to the point that I was trying to make. And he goes, people think that I'm stupid that I do that. You actually got to be really smart to go all the way back out here and then come
here. Why would he say he's not dumb? It's so fun. It's surprisingly, it's a very smart maneuver.
I know. He is absolutely hilarious because you're just waiting for, okay, what is the point here? Where are we now? And
like, he's like keying into like he said something without trying to be funny that I laughed at. Like he goes, after he got shot, he goes, yeah, and it fixed me up. He goes, these country doctors, I'll tell you, and I laughed because like, it's funny. He thinks that there's regular doctors and country doctors, like that the doctors in the country are like these like overall wearing
Little House on the Prairie. Yeah.
So I laughed at it and he clocks me laughing. And I swear to God, he hits it in the next 3 sentences. He's like, yeah, these country doctors. Yeah. Country doctors.
See if you'll nibble
like,
again.
Workshopping. Yeah, he's like.
He doesn't know what the funny part is. He goes, I went to the general store also.
Yeah.
So, because he got a laugh, he was kind of like wanting to understand, what did I do right? Okay.
I like when he goes, someone asks him a question, he goes, another dumb question from an idiot over here. And it's just like, who says that? It's always, that's why comedians love it. It's just so funny. You go, who would ever say that?
You almost wish that he was just like, just make him like a royal figure so he doesn't have to be politicized. So that we can just laugh without there being any scrutiny because it's undeniably funny. Like it's just funny. Another dumb question from an idiot woman.
Question.
This woman is a terrible person, not polite at all.
You're not a smart cookie. You're not a smart cookie. I'll tell you that much. You know you're not. You're not a smart cookie. I can tell you. Look at this person. I know the guttural one is such a funny movie that I think is kind of new, but
Cookie, that's Magic Johnson's wife. How'd she not get it?
Cookie.
It's just what he's doing. Like, should we all just talk like that all day?
He casually goes, in Magic, having trouble with the blood work, but wife's Cookie, and they're like, what was that middle part?
They got to take a lot of tests. They take them all the time, and Cookie comes out.
He takes a lot of vitamins. He's back on his feet.
They're working. There's a lot of that breathing thing too. But yeah, there's so many hooks and so many things to do with that guy. It's extraordinary.
I have a special question too. Oh yeah, ask him more Trump. He's back on his feet. He's back on his feet. Yeah, and they're like, "Why was he laying down for a while?" No, he's back. Magic is fully back now, and they're like, "He's back now." He is.
It's from 35 years ago.
Yeah, I know.
They worked out. They got it.
He got very strong.
They had to do a cocktail. They call it a cocktail of pills. It's a cocktail. Excuse me. They had to get the right cocktail, and they got the right cocktail of pills, and that's he's okay now. But anyway, you got a question, David?
No, I was just going back to his special where you had it and then you bought it back, and I think that that situation turned out to be, I heard different rumors, but highly successful.
Oh yeah, it ended up being the best. It ended up being the best thing for me. And
situation.
I don't have any animosity, by the way, for Amazon. Like, I get what they had to do. Like, they made a business decision, and they're like, we don't want these jokes tarnishing the brand, and I get it. That's fine. I bet you would be different now. Like, I bet just culture has kind of changed a bit. Sure. But yeah, I was able to put out, and the people were like so supportive, and it was incredible. And then people made a bunch of lies online about how I told them that it would never be available anywhere else. And even though I told everybody, if you can't afford it, just steal it on the internet, and then eventually it would be on YouTube. But it is what it is. You do something good and it's successful, and people are going to find a way to be upset about it.
And when you do something
really
like that,
and it was great.
Was it basically off your website? It's just a click and you pay.
It was like, there's this company called Moment House that was bought by Patreon. So essentially it's like, it looks like it's on my website, but they basically put their mask on my website. So you go to my website and it just kind of like almost forwards it to theirs. And then it almost just looks like, it looks like a Netflix or something like that, or any other place. And you just watch it.
Because Theo and I were talking about this for this indie we just did. And this is one of the things I brought up. I brought up your situation. I said,
I mean, you guys I think you'd kill it with that, but I also think that there's an appetite. I think there's an appetite for you guys now. I think that there's going to be a lot of excitement about that. I think people would pay for it 100%, but I think streaming is the way to go. I don't think movie theater is the way to go just yet.
It's a tough decision because I've done movies in movie heydays when it was like big weekends. You're up against this movie, you're up against this.
Yeah.
And now it's tougher. And when we were going over all the processes of what could be, because we sort of did it. Well, we did do it we just paid for it and said, absolutely no plan. Yeah, and it's kind of awesome. Fun. And people think that's intriguing just because
it's awesome.
Someone's got to do it. It's like, okay, now what? And then just figure out what surfacing is the best situation. But, when you say theaters, I don't want any stink if something doesn't go perfectly right away because people back off. And I go, guys, I've been in movies that don't do well. It's fucking a dagger. And nowadays when it's all these superhero movies and, even if Snow White doesn't make $100 million the first weekend, they're pouncing on it. Obviously it's a budgetary discrepancy with ours, but it's just optics. Do you want to look like it's a hit? It's very hard to figure out all that stuff.
You're 100% right, because you see like the theater empty and then people take pictures and it's very easy for them to like pan the film based on that. But dude, getting people to leave their house is almost impossible now. Like
that's the big trick. It's so easy not to leave your house.
You don't have to leave your house.
And also they don't even know if the movie's going to be good or not. Like at least with like a franchise like Batman, you're like, all right, I've seen a bunch of these movies. I'll get the babysitter. I'll take the risk. I'll go. Mm-hmm. But here's this movie where it's like, all right, well, I love all the people involved in it, but Have I seen a movie where they're all in it together? I don't know. But if you put that on streaming, like for me, if that movie's on Netflix, there's no brainer the first week you're top 10.
Yeah.
No brainer. Because it's like the investment is so minimal. It's like if I'm a Spade fan, I'm watching. If I'm a Theo fan, I'm watching. I'm sure you guys have a bunch of other like cameos from people. Yeah. Like it's and then if it is good, the word will spread and you'll stay in the top 10 forever. But streaming.
But what do you recommend that they do? Do you actually audition it for all the streamers? So Netflix and Amazon and Hulu, they're all
you need
fighting
two offers. You need two offers. You don't have one offer unless you have like even with my Netflix deal, I had one offer and then that offer changed significantly when we got another offer. Sure. And I don't begrudge them for it, but like they're not in the business of paying you what you're worth.
It's just
yeah,
paying the minimum they can. There's nothing like another suitor. It's the same thing with single people or something. But sure, they want me to.
If I'm Amazon right now, like if I'm Amazon right now, and I know that like Netflix. I mean, Theo did his last one on Netflix, right? So Netflix is like invested in building that guy up. Sure. I'm buying the movie just off the strength of just taking. I mean, brand war right there. So to me, that's just like a no brainer. So I'd talk to them. I talk to Hulu. I'll talk to Paramount. Everybody.
Right. We've like been asked about it. From the streamers that have heard
we could hire you to be our manager? Is that totally outside?
No, it's fun to think about it out loud because we haven't seen it. We're going to see it this weekend. This is the first time it's been rough together. So we liked it. We shot it. We liked the scenes. And I said, I've done a lot of these. I think it's got a chance. So let's see it all in a row. If it's how I picture it, we're in good shape. So, but the director's got it. You know how it works, and they get 8 weeks. So then we'll go in there and start fiddling with it. But I was like, I have a good feeling. And I've been asked about it from some streamers, like, can we look at it yet? And I'm like, we're not, we don't even know what we're doing.
We're not there yet. Yeah, we're not there. Also,
and it's good because there is interest just because it's a weirdo move. But
if a comedy works, it's huge. How many R-rated comedy? Funny movies are made every year.
I don't know. I mean, I kind of know why they don't, but I think they've slowed down. I mean, Sandler is responsible for most comedies out there. Like he has a deal, so he either produces them or he's in them, and that's a big chunk out there.
Yeah,
and that's on streamers. I mean, so
I think we're basically one successful R-rated comedy away from having like another decade of really funny R-rated comedies.
Yeah.
So whether it's you, somebody else, it's going to take one. I feel like culture is at the point now where we can be naughty again.
Yeah, just give us one.
And if one goes, we're going to have some fun.
Then people start ordering them. Then they'll be like,
they have some edgy jokes in there. Spade has told me. I mean, funny, but definitely different than But
you guys have been entertainment for, especially Hollywood, for long enough. Like everybody. What is it? They say it's a race to be second or something. Like nobody wants to put their balls on the line to do the new thing.
Right. We'll make one thing happen, then follow. Then you go, okay, that works.
I was just going to ask the question or the observation that, like, looking at yourself, like you coming up at this time, it's like you're the CEO of your career. You can either self-produce or not, or you're not asking for permission. You're not auditioning much. You're not trying to meet corporate entities to help you. You're the CEO of Andrew Schultz. And so that the freedom that people have with social media to pump everything, YouTube, is extraordinary. And I think it's great. It's a different world than what we came up in.
Yeah, there's a lot more freedom, that's for sure. And like if now is the time, if you just want to create shit, to do it, obviously like making films and TV shows is so expensive. That you got to find a way to raise some money. You guys are able to do it, but you guys are all rich, successful dudes.
We put most of it ourselves. So, and that's a good way if you can to just say you want to just greenlight this right now and go.
And I think fortune favors the brave, whatever that cliche is. I think it's true, and I think that basically everybody's afraid to do cool shit, but once it's there, everybody wants to buy it. So I don't know what you guys spent on it, but you guys decide the price. Like,
right.
you know, you could. Why is it not $100 million movie? Who fucking knows? Like,
right. If it's going to do, I remember when they were paying a lot for comedy specials out of the blue. Remember? I think the top was
Dave got like 20 million or something like that, 30 million a clip. Mm-hmm. Like
it used to be like 2-3 million, whatever was the biggest. And then suddenly it jumped huge. And I asked someone at one of those streamers and they said, because if we do a movie with that person, it will cost us 20 to 30 million. So we're paying 20 and we're going to use 4 times the views on a special than a movie. So it's really saving us money in a weird way. And I was 100%. Like, well, I didn't look at it that way. But they could have gotten them, everybody, for cheaper. And I think they got back down to earth after a couple of those.
Real quick.
It was I think it shifted. Yeah.
I remember when Amy got 11 and said it was not enough. And she said, why aren't I getting 20? And I'm like, wow. And she got, I think they kicked her some more. And I was like, way. Fucking, yeah. Well, because it was going out there and saying that would look bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's when you could kind of use the you could use like sexism or racism for a little extra
it's
scratch.
hard to say with It's Rock and Chappelle. I mean, it's ballsy to step forward and say, give me that. We're the same. I mean, I'm not there.
It lets you know where you are in the ecosystem of show business when you know people are getting 20 or 30 and then you
it's
get
all
your
supply
offer.
and demand. If you're like, worth it, they're going to give it to you.
I got it.
They know what they're doing.
I understand. You know,
if somebody else is going to offer it to you, that's the thing. If somebody else is going to offer it to you, do you know where you're going with this one that you just filmed?
Yeah.
Or can you mention? Or
I don't think I can because we have a press release coming out this week.
Ah, got it.
Is it a done deal or is it just a possibility?
I shot it already. Yeah, I shot it. Comes out in May. So, but I'll tell you.
Oh, you're special. Yeah.
But I will tell you that when I did the HBO, when we were talking about earlier, the Take the Hit one. And it was noticeable for me. And then it took me all this time and I did a Comedy Central one and it was like it didn't happen. Actually, I used Dana as an example because Dana was like, I keep trying to watch it, but I have to get on an app and then I have to sign up and then I have to go here. And I'm like, I can't even find it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's not easy. Like they air it once at midnight or something and then they air it a month later. And it's not like you can just get it like on a stream.
Yeah.
So
they got caught up.
It almost burned my material because I'm like, can I just do this again? Because
dude, if I were you, I would, unless it exists on YouTube or something like that. I would just use some of the stuff that you really
I wasn't even doing clips.
Special.
It was right before clips. So clips would have helped it. Like, hey, here's at least I could clip it out and say, come to my next show. But I'm like, I
would use some of that if you're not. I mean, there's like, I'm pretty sure like Chappelle used a joke he did in an earlier thing in a later thing. I mean, it's like an amazing, it's one of my favorite jokes that he's ever written, but it's the, and I think he even made it like better, but it's the joke about, it's like hard being successful in black. Like, I remember my house got broken into, like these people came in, robbed my whole house, called the police. They showed up and they're like, he's still here.
Yeah.
It's fucking genius.
By the way, how about you do a joke that's a little undercooked in a special and then you still do it for a while on the road before it comes out? And then I'm like, sometimes I still do them because I go, this thing is 6 minutes long now. It's so much better.
I agree.
And people go, oh, I think you did that. I go, I actually didn't. I did 30 seconds of
preview. That. Yeah, you got some
now it's
very
a full,
early version.
You got a 3-month-old versus a full adult. Yeah, and I go, plus who cares? That's the thing is like, is everyone really going, thank God I got this all new mediocre material. Thank you.
That's what you got to tell the audience when they complain. You think this is bad?
Yeah.
Let me do the whole hour of new.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, here's some new shit for you. But it's hard to, they're like, just throw together another hour. I go, relax with that casual, throw together an hour. You're good. I go, fuck, you got to get out there and grind it out and practice. It's hard.
Yeah, it takes time, man. You also got to have some shit you want to talk about. Like,
yeah.
I take time off. Like after I felt like I haven't gone on stage since I recorded. I went one time or something like that. And that's been months. I probably won't go on for a little bit. I'll like live a little, experience shit, see what I want to talk about.
Do people yell out stuff to you in your act? Like if they go, Diddy, What do you think of Diddy? And you have to go.
No,
do you have
I'm
to
not
have
there
something?
Yet. I'm not there. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, they will do a topical thing.
Yeah,
but that's also like that would only happen if I'm like just kind of meandering or not. Like if I'm doing well, usually there's not suggestions.
If you're talking to the audience, do they feel like it's open season to talk from back here when you're talking to this person up here? Does that get hard to do?
The last special I did, like the last one before this, I did a lot more like crowd work and stuff like that. And then and I was putting out these like clips that were crowd work. And it was just like, it was the only thing that I could generate weekly. Like for me, when I write a bit, it takes like a while to make it a good joke and add tags and all these other things. I didn't want to give it away, but they just would go viral and whatever. So people were coming out and kind of expecting that. So at this special, I purposely barely do that at all as like a way to just go, hey, I get why you thought there would be a lot of crowd work because I put out all these crowd work clips. Now you see this whole hour. Now I want you to potentially expect this with maybe some interactions, but it's not going to be just interactions the whole time. Because it's very easy where like, and I've seen this happen, like the algorithm can make you decide what kind of comedy you want to do instead of you deciding. And I think sometimes people fall victim to that. Like, something does really well, so they go, well, I guess this is what I do now. And it's like, no.
Sure. But that's good of you to switch it up because it's hard to go in there and write a whole hour and not have any crutches because sometimes you could go in and just with a few things get things right back but it's hard to go out there and practice long sets of nothing. It's just
you're bombing and it's brutal. And
if you're at the store here or even when you're at the cellar, like when I went on last time, it was Nate was there and Chris Rock was there, and you just go, I'm not going to try new shit because there's always someone there watching, and you go, do I want them to go, yeesh? And I go, it's a little undercooked, but there's something there. But they just go, I just remember you bombed.
I think a lot of people liked it, man. I think a lot of people were liking what you were doing out there.
Oh, when I did that night, it was fun. But when that
was me doing someone talking to you after
the show.
Yeah. No. I thought it was instead of great, they switch it to good in the middle.
It was good.
That was
good.
When I followed Dana and I just did a gig together, and when he come off after Annihilate, and I have to follow this fucking asshole, and they're like killing, and then he comes off all excited, and I go, hey, fuck that crowd, and he goes, huh? I go, look it's not your crowd. Those jokes are funny, man. Don't second guess yourself.
Why are they fucking standing?
Just That's what I told you. Circles in the green room.
Yeah. I'm trying to fuck with his head right before I get out there.
Yeah. Not all crowds are going to be smart. You know,
they don't get you. Yeah, it's great.
When did you have that turn where you're like, God damn, I'm getting really, really good at stand up?
I think it's
was it gradual or was it?
I think you feel good and then you go up after Greer Barnes and you're like, am I good? You know, like you see people do it that are just incredible. You're like, am I? Or like, even when I was editing the special, like watching your own comedy a 1,000 times,
sickening.
You're like, what, is any of this funny? Like, it's actually kind of nice because then when it comes out and people go, wow, this was so funny, you're like, oh, really? Like, phew.
Yeah. Editing is horrible.
Watching yourself do stand up.
Oh, gross.
The worst thing in the world.
They're like, should we push in? I go, push out the door and burn this fucking thing.
Push in.
I mean, closer.
God damn, what?
That's for a horror movie. That's not a comedy.
That's for fucking Saw 3.
It's the cowboy shot, you know.
Yeah, keep it loosey-goosey.
That's how I edit. That's how I edit comedy, though, by the way, like a horror movie.
What do you do? Go push in?
For drama and stuff?
It's like, tension, release. Not as exaggerated, but like the same idea of like, I don't, like, for example, like some people, the director on mine, like for the first take, he was doing like a line cut, I think it's called, like where they cut it.
Yeah. Kind of live. Yeah.
Like, buddy, there's no way you don't have my set memorized. There's no way you could guess the right angle to go to. You don't know which way my head turn. Like, why are you wasting your time with this? Like, it makes no sense. What was that we said? It's like catching a fart with chopsticks. Like comedy, I don't know where my head's going to go. So it's like what we do is make sure all the cameras are filming it, and then we get in the edit, and then we make sure that I'm not jumping out in the middle of a setup.
Yeah.
That's right. Distracting.
They can kill jokes. Go on your back all of a sudden. You're like, whoa. Bro, what are we doing?
Have you seen that? You're watching somebody's special, and it's like in the middle of a punchline, they cut to the back of their head.
Yeah.
Or like the start of the setup is on their back. And you're like, why would I? Has anybody ever told you a story and turned around first?
And you pay more attention?
You know what it is for
me?
Is sometimes you're watching it like someone is watching it sitting in a magic chair, and they're watching the special, and all of a sudden they're flying way back up in the auditorium, and then right in close, and then in the back of the head, and like they get tired of just watching the stand up, and so the amount of cuts, you're like, fuck, I'm exhausted. So
it's like build things. Also, like I don't ever do a crane. Like nothing has ever been funnier because the shot went like that.
Yeah.
Zoom by your joke. Drive-by joke.
They're telling me, they're like, the crane is $25,000. I'm like, what? Like, what for what? Just to show that we did a big production.
Yeah, they like to show it's a big house. Because I said in mine, could I do a smaller place? They're like, they like to show that they paid for you and it's a big theater. And I'm like, I think people would believe that I also do theaters, but it's fun to get into a smaller room. So I think down the line, I will switch it up.
How big was the room for Life?
We did 3,000, but that was bigger than I would want to do. We were going to do this other venue, and then they canceled my tapings after Trump was on the pod, which they say is unrelated, and I believe them 100%. But so we moved from that venue to the Beacon, and I would usually. I like the venue to be under 2,000 seats for a taping.
Sure.
I think between 1,000 and 2,000 is the money spot because you can you can see every person in the room.
Yeah.
You're with them. I don't think an arena is right for it. I think it's a flex, but I don't think it represents. I don't think it's a good representation of like how connected you are. Also, like the amount of time you have to wait in between laughs in an arena is a lot different than the person at home laughing. So now at home, they're going, ha, ha, ha. But on stage, you're still waiting for the arena. So now they're disconnected.
Shane ones, I'm like, how do you, it's so different to go out when it's all the lights for the tunnels are out there for like at the basketball game. And there's so many things going on. By the way, if they want me to do an arena, I will do it and I'll film something there immediately as a flex. Incredible. Even if I bomb or just do 10 minutes. But I think mine is about 1,700. It was about that pocket of a place I played I liked.
Where was it? Where'd you do it?
It was in Denver. And
which one?
And Denver's, what's it called, Heather? Paramount. So great theater, great audience. Always when I played Comedy Works and stuff, it was always great audiences there. So
they have good vibes out there.
Good vibes,
and they just town.
They like it, and
I like 50 to 70 for myself because I'm doing little sketches, doing little people talking to each other and stuff.
Dana's hand magic,
and the last special I worked it out in 50 seaters, and then I did it in the 1900.
I just love the idea.
Anyone use dental floss?
But I like the smaller. That's all I'm saying. But
I think it's better for the audience. I think the people watching at home enjoy it more personally.
The 10%ers like the big room, to show people look what you can draw and stuff. I get that, but creatively, I think a tight.
It's better for comedy in a small room, 100%. It's better for our bank accounts in a big room. And oftentimes we will let our bank accounts win that war.
Dictate.
That's a question I had for you. Would you do any commercial that they offered you if the money was good enough, or discerning? Have you been offered commercials?
No, I don't get offered really commercials, but like there's like certain things I don't know if I want to do it. I don't have like a moral objection. Like I got gambling advertising on the pod, I got a boner pill. I'll do all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
But,
listen, boners don't go out of style. You're fine there.
Yeah. But like, I'm trying to think. I don't think I could do like a herpes medication commercial. You know,
maybe
what I mean?
American Express
pulling our
commercial,
offer.
But yeah, not bio.
Yeah,
we were going to do a collab with you on that, but it's okay. Forget
that'd be great. Imagine.
All right. Anything else for this young man, Dana?
Just Life on Netflix now.